Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Open Field podcast where we talk a lot of football over here. We have a lot of good conversations, debate, discussion, everything you can think about. We have it here. Of course, you got myself, Riddell, you got Brandon, we got Mo. Michael may come in. He's saying he's have network connection issues. So we're going to be focusing mostly on NFL Week 2 predictions, who we predict is going to win for the upcoming games that's going on tomorrow. And we'll talk a little college football before we kind of get in the thick of things. But start out, gentlemen, how we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. It's a great day. So some college football. So it's not, that great, but it's something.
Fair. Brandon, I think you're muted. I don't know if you're talking.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm feeling good though. I'm just watching this Colorado State game.
Yeah, Colorado State playing right now. Definitely going to keep an eye on it while we do the pod. Colorado looking good, but at the same time, like it is Colorado State, so we got to put things into perspective. For the most part, what games, college games, what things happen in college weekend that you guys like so far? Anything that stands out?
Well, Oregon put like a massive whooping on Oregon State. I thought it'd be a closer game at least, but also that LSU game and South Carolina game, that was a pretty tight game. That was the most nail-biting game of all because everything else was kind of a blowout across the board. I think that was probably the best game to watch.
Yeah. I caught a little bit of the Alabama game.
Yeah, that was a blowout too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So far, this Indiana and UCLA game is becoming a blowout. It's becoming more.
Yep.
So.
I mean, that's just college football. Bama definitely looked dominant, and
yes, it is.
We got a open cast, so if anybody wants to tune in, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. So if you guys want to come up and talk some ball, but yeah, Alabama dominated Wisconsin. Surprisingly, Kansas State dominated Arizona, which both ranked teams. Kansas State was 14, Arizona's 20, and there's nothing Arizona could have done against that Kansas State defense. But I think it's Teratoa McMillan. He's still balled out. He's looking like he's gonna be a guy in the NFL.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he's looking good. But I agree. LSU and South Carolina was a close game. South Carolina sold at the end. I'm not gonna lie. They got the ball back. All they had to do was run out the clock, and they gave it back to LSU and allowed them to score. And then at the end of the game, to tie it up to go to overtime, they missed the field goal. They just choked.
Yeah, very poor clock management. I don't understand that. They're gonna have to clean that up because that shouldn't happen. I don't get that.
No, I'm
That's kind of on the coaching staff on that one. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Mo, Hefe, any games you tuned into?
I was busy at work, but I caught a little bit of the LSU game and I caught a little bit of the Bama game.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the Washington and Washington State. I thought that was a pretty good game. I think that how they pulled it out. I think Washington State has a good quarterback. That guy Mateer.
Yeah.
He's pretty good for a sophomore.
Yeah.
Sophomore.
That Bama game and Washington game. Oh my god! Wisconsin game was. They just got dominated on both sides of the ball, and that's why you see that. What was the final score? 42-10 or something. It was. Yeah, it was from start to finish. It was just a massive, just gap in talent. You could tell Wisconsin was not ready for them.
No, 100%. What's good, Waldo? Waldo, do you have can you turn your camera on? Because we got to make sure people ain't doing some crazy stuff if they come up here, man.
Yeah.
Nah, he left. He can't. If you guys want to come up, I do request you guys turn your camera on. We can't allow what happened on Players' Choice to happen over here. If you know, you know. So,
oh my goodness, what happened on Players' Choice?
let's just say some young people are too bold and love to show off every part of their body.
Oh, come on, man. Why would you? Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's not it. Um, basically, Q. Basically, Jalen Milroe. I mean, it was Wisconsin. Y'all would be. I don't think that's a litmus test of how good he really is. I
Yeah,
don't think so. Waldo, I don't know you like that. We don't know you like that, so we got to be safe. We got to be safe, man. We got to be safe. We
yeah.
just gotta put a face to it, just in case. We gotta
That's a
put.
little disclaimer. That's all.
Yeah, but what's good, Michael? Anything college you want to drop before we get into it?
I mean, I just stopped watching the Oregon State game an hour ago. I was happy with how that turned out.
Yeah.
I think with a team like Oregon State that isn't that physical, not an SEC level team. Oregon can do really good things, but like when it comes to game stuff, I was just impressed with Dylan Gabriel just making the right plays at the beginning and making sure that the game got out of reach. I think, if the talent comes together with this team, they can definitely be a top 12 team. I don't see why they can't be. But they're going to have to, at least lose like two, if they minimum 2 games. That's what I want them to do. I think that they have the ability to do that. But they're going to have to definitely look better. I think Dylan Gabriel's still going to have to get rid of the ball faster. And that's just kind of the big thing I'm seeing with all these quarterbacks in general is like, a lot of these guys want to be Patrick Mahomes. And I think, that stuff isn't necessarily going to lead them to, major success in the league. Like, I want to see these guys get rid of the ball in 2.5 seconds. And I think the guys that'll figure that out are going to be the ones that make it in the league. But I think another team that I really like, just overall, just Nebraska. I think Dylan Raiola is really good. But I also think the offensive line is really good as well. So that's pretty much all I have for college football. I mean,
All right. Well, we got a little appetizer out the way, so let's move right into week 2 of NFL football. We'll give our predictions, our analysis, maybe some conversations of debate gets brought out as well. First game we're going to be talking about, and keep in mind while we go through the games, if you have a lock of the week and if you have an upset of the week, let it be known like while we're talking about that game in particular. So, first game up, we got Raiders at Ravens. So we'll start it off with Mo, and then kind of go in order. Who do you got?
I don't know, man. I think Ravens is gonna. I think Ravens has that in a lot. I think Lamar is looking to redeem himself. He still had an okay game, his first game, so it wasn't bad. So I think he's gonna be looking to redeem himself and get it done.
Okay, we got Ravens. I got Ravens as well. I'm thinking about this game. What can the Raiders do to get the victory? I mean, Max Crosby is going to have a generational game if they want to win. But Lamar Jackson's one of the best quarterbacks in avoiding pressure. I do think this is a perfect game to kind of start figuring out how you want to use Derrick Henry because I don't like how they use him in the Chiefs game. But when the Chargers played the Raiders, J.K. Dobbins ate up this team. So you can do the same thing with Derrick Henry. So I think this is a perfect game to establish that type of identity. And then that defense is going to make it super tough on Gardner Minshew. Absolutely. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got Ravens as well. What about you, Brandon?
Yeah. So I watched the film on the Kansas City and Ravens game, just strictly on Lamar. He had a better game than I initially thought. Like watching, I'm acting like, why is he scrambling so much? Like he shouldn't be doing that so much. He should be trusting his receivers. But Chris Jones was just having that dominant a game because of the lack of continuity for the offensive line. So if Max Crosby can replicate the same thing, I can still see him running. But thankfully they have a really bad. Looking like from the first game that I saw, that they have a really bad rush defense. So if they, like you said, if they utilize like Derrick Henry a lot more, probably I could probably see them getting about 20 carries this game, and on passing downs, use Justice Hill, use Isaiah Likely. They can win this game easily. Their defense is not going to give up much, especially against Gardner Minshew, and he's not really a prolific passer by any sort of the word. So, yeah, I can see the Ravens handling them easy, about probably 35-10, if I'm being honest.
All right, Michael, who you got?
Yeah, I don't see how this couldn't be a Ravens W. I think it's an easy bounce back win. I think this is just one of the games that you do the simple thing. You don't try to overthink it. And I don't think Lamar had a bad game either. I just think he didn't push down the field in the intermediate to deep area as much as he could have. And I think in this game, I think he's going to do that enough to where probably 2 or 3 touchdowns, I would say, is the difference between the Ravens and the Raiders. So I'll go Ravens.
All right. What's good, P5? What's good,
What's good, bro? What's good? It's been a minute.
What's good, chat? Shout out to
minute.
chat,
What
by
up
the
with
way.
you? What up with you?
Always shout out chat.
Facts.
That's
Who
okay.
you got? Ravens or Raiders?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got the Ravens. I think they win it somewhat easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Hefe, last one. Who you got? Ravens, Raiders?
I'm going Raiders. I think that run game is going to be too much for them to deal with.
Who?
You said Ravens or Raiders?
I'm going Ravens.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Raiders.
I knew he wasn't talking about the Raiders because that run game is terrible with Alexander Madison and who else is it?
Yeah, I was about to say, what run game are you talking about?
Madison is absolutely disgusting. He is terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Madison
Zamir
is
White
gross.
too?
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Madison sucks.
Ugh.
It's not good by any means.
Oh, God.
But like people say in the chat, like we said already, Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby need to just be dominant. But even if they're dominant, like we don't trust Gardner Minshew over here, man.
No.
We don't trust that run game either. So
No.
yeah, that's not gonna be ideal. But yeah, that's looking like a Ravens W.
Yeah.
Next game up, we got Giants at Commanders. Giants, Commanders, NFC East division rivals. We'll go reverse order. So we'll start off with Hefe. Who you got? Giants, Commanders.
Give me Commanders.
You gonna explain yourself?
I don't think you have to.
For every reason that I wouldn't pick the Giants, that's why I'm going with the Commanders.
Daniel Jones is like your number one reason.
Pretty much, bro. Riddell, I love you like a play cousin, bro, but man, the Giants just suck, bro, and it is what it is. Like, if y'all could put up points, I would pick y'all. I'm no lie. That defense look like on paper it looks amazing, bro, but I'm gonna go Commanders, bro.
We're gonna forget what happened when they played your team, the Bucs. The Commanders' defense looked awful. Baker Mayfield,
bro, but it's Daniel Jones.
Man, we'll get
I get that. I think both these teams are also pretty bad, though. So
pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when it comes down to quarterback, I like the Commanders' quarterback better.
Jalen Daniels didn't throw it past like 10 yards. It's like all he did.
Yeah, but he ran for 100 though.
Yeah, but I thought he did what he could. I mean, to be honest with you, like the Bucs D is still a really good defense and primarily up the middle with Vita Vea, and I think against teams that aren't as, I mean, obviously you guys have Dexter Lawrence, don't get me wrong, but they're also going to have more opportunities on offense. But I don't think it's my turn, so.
No, it's your turn. Hefe went. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was going to say I see a little bit more potential if the Giants have a better game. I could probably see Malik doing good as well, but, I probably have to go wait, what's the other team in the Giants?
The Commanders.
Yeah, it slipped my mind. My bad. It slipped my mind. Yeah, I just see, honestly, like, Jaden Daniels played sound enough last week. Like, if you play similar to that, I can still see them winning. And even though that the Giants have Dexter Lawrence, I still think that the Commanders are going to be able to run the ball decently. I don't see them being dominant or anything, but I see them doing enough to where it's like, I think they'll end up winning. But I do think Jaden Daniels making sure he doesn't get injured against Dexter Lawrence or any of those linebackers is going to be important.
Okay.
Okay.
P5, who you got?
I don't know. It's really tough because I think they're both really bad teams. I think I want to say, is it in Washington or is it in MetLife?
It's in Washington.
At Washington.
I don't think that really matters that much. I want to say Giants because their defensive line on paper should be really, really good, especially against the Commanders' O-line that I don't think is all that great. I think that we still see struggles from both quarterbacks. I think Jaden Daniels could be giving some trouble about the Giants' D-line. I want to say that's why I think the Giants could win. But then again, their secondary is horrible. And offensively, they have Daniel Jones at quarterback. This could be a really low-scoring game, and it could go either way. I think their defense is going to play just well enough to win this game. I think against a rookie quarterback and a bad Commanders team in general. So that's why I want to go Giants.
Okay.
Even though they got diced up by Sam Darnold, I'm not going to forget about that. But I think the Commanders are a bit of a different matchup than Sam Darnold, or the Vikings. I think it's a different matchup.
Fair enough. Brandon, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add on to that. I got the Giants winning this game. I'd probably say 17-7. That O-line from Washington is gonna have some serious struggles dealing with Brian Burns, even though he got put in the box last week against Darrisaw. But he has a much easier matchup. And Thibodeau, Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence, I think that's gonna be too much for him. Jaden Daniels is really gonna struggle because outside of Terry McLaurin, he doesn't really have that many weapons. And this defense on paper is just great, top to bottom. Yeah, I just got the Giants winning this game. If Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry, what's the quarterback for the Giants? I'm gonna forget his name. He's so bad, I forget it. Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. If Daniel Jones is efficient, just dink and dunk and then keep the run game going. Running a little read option with Devin Singletary, who I don't think is that good either. But if they could just get the ball rolling a little bit, he's terrible. If they could just get the ball rolling, he ain't good either. But if they can just get the ball rolling a little bit, do about 20, 25 rushes from him. If they could just pass it, if they could just ask Daniel Jones to make the little layups, they'll be fine.
I don't think it's that simple though. Because as much as you guys have both said that the Giants secondary sucks, I get how the Redskins secondary sucks as well. I get that, but they still have a decent D line, like especially against the Giants. So I see it being close because of that. But as I said, I can definitely see the Giants having a decent offensive game for what we're looking at. Not like a 25-point game, but something better than last week, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, when it comes to this game, I'm going to go with the Giants winning this game.
Yeah.
And similar to stuff that you guys already said, I think the defense is going to lock in because getting embarrassed by Sam Darnold is not it. So there's no way we're going to let ourselves get embarrassed by Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury. That's not going to happen. And
I don't know about that.
We'll see. Hey, man, we'll see. But Deontay Banks is going to be on Terry, and Deontay Banks is a dog. And he could play. Our defensive line is going to lock in. They don't have an elite left tackle to protect Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence going to make it tough up the middle per usual because he's an elite defensive player. I think this is the time they kind of figure out, okay, we need to be better. We need to be locked in. And Daniel Jones is going to get in the lab, watch the tape, and realize I just got to throw it to Malik Neighbors and good things will happen. And now you're up against one of the worst, arguably the worst secondary in football.
Right.
So Malik Neighbors and Emmanuel Forbes is not even playing, and he's like terrible.
Right.
So Malik Neighbors, I'm expecting
his backup has to be just abysmal.
Oh, for sure. So breakout game for Malik Neighbors. We saw what Chris Godwin and Mike Evans did. Malik Neighbors is about to do them dirty. So give me the Giants. Just give it to Malik. Just give it to Wandell. Just give it to Hyatt, and we'll win this game. Give me the Giants. What do you got, Mo?
I don't know, man. I think Washington's secondary sucks. Linebacker core isn't necessarily the best either right now. They just really have defense line because Jaden Daniels is still trying to get button. So if Daniel Jones can create some time for himself, then I think Giants can pull it off. I think they can pull it off.
All right. Seems like the majority of us got the Giants. Nice.
So I was the only one that picked the Commanders.
Looks that way, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, halfway
I
did too.
picked
I'm
the
sorry.
Commanders as well.
I know the Giants were really bad last week, but I think if anything, Sam Darnold showed why JJ McCarthy would have had a really good rookie season. But it is what it is. We'll go to the next game.
I mean, if JJ can make those throws that Sam Darnold was making, he was throwing dimes.
I think he
I don't
could've.
know. Honestly, though, like I don't know if he'd even get the spot over Sam because as much as like that
No.
game might be a
Sam
fluke,
Sam won the job for
Like,
Yeah,
I
he was
think-
the starter before
like-
Even before
JJ
he
got
got hurt.
injured.
yeah, I think the
Person
Vikings wanted to bench him for a season, and I think that would have been the smart play because he is pretty young.
Yeah, I agree. All right,
very
let's move
raw,
on.
very raw, and his mechanics need some work, and he's not accurate like that. So
Agreed. All right, let's go to the next game. We got Chargers at Panthers. So I'll start it off because this is my lock of the week. I am locking in that the Chargers are going to beat the Panthers, and I am confident that this is going to happen. The Panthers suck. Like we talk about how Giants suck, Panthers suck. Bryce Young is looking like he could be a bust. Maybe he'll figure it out this game this week. But the Chargers have played really good defense on the Raiders, who had Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, and Gardner Minshew at the very least is somewhat proven. Whereas this Panthers team, I mean, they don't have the weapons on the same level. Their run game didn't do anything last week, and that defense from the Panthers is not nearly as good. And the Chargers were cooking with JK. They're figuring out with Ladd. Ladd is looking like the number one option. Quinn Johnson is looking like he might not be terrible. He's like still okay. Like he could be okay this year. So the Chargers are going to beat the brakes off of the Panthers, I'm expecting. Jim Harbaugh's going to coach a masterclass. And this might be Herbert's either a run-heavy game or Herbert's best game. One of the two. I don't really know for sure. But give me the Chargers for this one. Who wants to go next?
yeah, I got the Chargers winning this game too. Although Bryce Young didn't have as bad as a game. Like again, I had to go back and watch the tape. He didn't have as bad as a game as I initially thought. There were a lot of times he had to slide in the pocket, maneuver in the pocket because that O-line is still bad. So that's why I think the Chargers are going to decimate them when they're playing defense against Bryce Young. I mean, they're just Khalil Mack and those boys are just going to tee off on him. He's going to have a long day. It's going to be pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I just have the Chargers winning this game. All I gotta do is just run the ball against the Panthers. They don't have much on defense as well, so all they gotta do is run the ball. They don't have to rely on Justin Herbert, so I got them winning this game easily.
I don't really have much to add on. The Panthers are the worst team in the NFL. The Chargers should win this game pretty easily. If they don't, I'm going to laugh hysterically. But as much as I like Bryce Young, as much as I want him to be good, I was a huge fan of him coming out of Alabama, one of my favorite players in college football to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking good right now, and I don't think it's entirely his fault. But damn you, Panthers, for drafting Bryce Young number one. I was hoping they would draft CJ Stroud. No, I wish they drafted CJ Stroud so Bryce Young go to Houston, but it is what it is.
No, it's not all on him. It's the team in general, man. They're pretty bad.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I don't know, man.
A lot of it is the team. Bryce Young needs to show something.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown anything. That's which is kind of the problem.
Look,
But I just still want him to be.
Pick him first game of the season.
Wait. Personally, I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna say this is my lock, but it might end up being. I want to see all the games first. But I will say, this is just the difference between the levels of organizations that we're talking about. Like the Chargers aren't even that good of an organization. but they've shown that they can make better moves off of one offseason than Carolina really can. Because if you really want to think about it, let's look at Ladd McConkey versus Xavier Legette. Ladd McConkey looks like a real guy that's going to give you production this year. Like, and that's why I give Jim Harbaugh so much credit. Like, I understand it's one game, but the fact that you have a guy in the slot that Herbert can rely on is just going to be really important if you don't have like a major X on the outside. So,
It's hard to rely on someone when you can't make the throws. If you keep on throwing ducks, like
no, and that's the thing too, Riddell, that I was going to say. I agree with you. The other thing I was going to mention is, there's certain times where situations when you're evaluating a player don't matter. And that's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm like. That's the point that I'm almost at with Bryce Young. It's like, bruh, if you're playing that bad, I don't care the situation. Like, we saw Adam Thielen almost get 1,000 yards last year. So, like, I mean, I thought he would have a good season, honestly. But if he continues to play bad, I mean, there's no excuse at the end of the day. I mean, like, if he's playing that bad for the whole season, the Panthers are going to think about trying to get rid of him and going out and getting another quarterback. And I guarantee that. Like, he has to show something for his career at this point.
Do you guys
start off a season like that?
See them winning more than 3 games this year? Because I don't.
Honestly,
if I look at their schedule, I mean, Jesus. If I look at their schedule, I mean, they could beat the Raiders, but I don't think they will.
Honestly, I don't like any team in the NFL. Like, I'm thinking about.
I guess they could beat the Broncos, but I don't know.
I mean, the Broncos' run defense was pretty good. Yes, I mean,
maybe they can beat the Giants at home on Monday Night Football. I don't know.
I don't think.
Or is that Monday night or is that Thursday night?
Honestly, I think that
their defense
is still solid enough.
That's gonna be an ugly game. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. If Bryce Young doesn't suck, they can still win like against most teams, except like the best teams. So I do feel like that there's a chance they get over 3 games.
I don't know. I still think Bryce Young could be really good. I
don't know. I'm watching him play, and it just doesn't look like good football.
This is the thing that's similar to Mac Jones that I've argued with people about. I understand Bryce Young was good in college, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I ain't gonna lie, Mike. Mac Jones won more than Bryce.
That's fine.
It's not the same.
Can I say my point before we get about me mentioning Mac Jones? All I'm saying is that when you have the best offensive line, like the best receiving core, when all of the position groups,
that's not all Bryce Young. That's not all Bryce Young relied on. That's not all he relied on. He didn't rely on all that. Just in Alabama.
Wait. I understand that. I completely understand that he was still good. But my point is when you have that around you and you're not only having so much success on offense, but you're getting the ball so much in college. When you go to the league and transition, you go to one of the worst teams in the NFL. That's the level of difference it is. And that's why we're seeing him look so bad, because he's not used to having to carry a team. He in college, he had good players around him to where it made him super successful. And you look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech. What did Patrick Mahomes really have? What did Josh Allen have in college? These guys didn't have much in college. So when they got to the league and then talent got around them quickly, they were able to make something out of it because their brain is just more wired to already be carrying these teams because that's what they learned in college. So I think that's honestly what you see with Bryce Jones. Will he figure it out? I'm not saying that I know right now, but I'm just seeing what I'm looking at.
All right.
So, yeah.
I think the guy's the playmaker. I just think that he needs to get out of the work. I just think the Panthers need to do a better job of putting him in because the receivers don't get open. They have the worst offensive line in football. I'm going by last year. I'm not going to judge their entire team by one game this year. Last year they had the worst line in football. They had probably the worst receiving core in football as well. Probably the worst head coaching situation, terrible play calling. I don't want to judge him off of that. So that's why I don't give up on quarterbacks until they're like maybe 2, 3, 4 years in. But, Bryce Young has to show something. I agree with Michael. He has to show something. He hasn't the thing with Bryce Young, he hasn't flashed high-end talent yet. I haven't seen him flash that yet. Yeah. That's kind of the problem.
I mean
he's made P5. If you were running a multi-mega million-dollar organization, the clock will tick faster than the way that you're looking at it. So that's all I'm saying with the Panthers, with an owner that knows that he might have screwed up and is also kind of crazy. Like, you never know what'll happen. Like, if Bryce Young succeeds, it might not even be on the Panthers. So that I'm not giving up on him, but I'm saying, like, the way that the business is, like, this could still be looking like one of the worst picks if
This year or next year.
fast.
This year or next year could be Bryce Young's last year as a Panther.
Absolutely.
This year or next
If
year.
he doesn't improve, if he doesn't show signs.
Hefe, who do you got? Panthers or Chargers?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go with the Chargers just simply because they played better week one, but it wasn't too far off from like I don't know. They just didn't play
I don't think the
beautiful
Chargers
football
went
either.
crazy.
I don't think the Chargers played a beautiful game either.
I agree.
And
Like,
I can see the Panthers really stirring the pot this week. But just off respect for what they did last week, I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay. Mo, who you got? Chargers, Panthers.
Well, first, the Chargers defense had an okay game last week. It caused a turnover, maybe two, if I'm not mistaken. They played pretty solid. They didn't do much last week, so I'm definitely gonna go with the Chargers.
All right, Chargers, clean sweep. Next game we got here, Saints at Cowboys. Michael, you can start.
Okay. Yeah, I can start. All right. Well, honestly, I have to go Cowboys here, and I'm not just I think the Saints are still good. Mo got mad at me because I was hating on them first week, and I'll admit that I was wrong. I have to admit that I have to eat crow right now. So I'm eating crow for that bad take of Carolina beating the Saints. But I do think because the Cowboys usually do win by 2 or 3 touchdowns against the teams they beat, I still see the Saints losing by that much, only because I think the only way the Saints win, as I said, with these teams like the Niners, the Cowboys, obviously the Cowboys defense isn't as good as the Niners, but these are front-running defenses. If you don't start off the game hot and go up 1 or 2 touchdowns, the game is going to be very hard for you to win. The only way that I see the Saints winning this game, if it's not that, is having Dak have a really bad game offensively, which maybe could happen. I do think that the personnel, that there's a chance that might happen, but if I'm going to have to pick, I'm going to have to pick the Cowboys.
All right, Mo, as the Saints fan, tell us how the Saints are going to beat the Cowboys.
LOL.
First of all, Dallas does not have necessarily the defensive weapons to stop us.
Oh boy.
Parsons and Diggs is literally it. And they will not last all game. So I'm going to the Saints. I think right now Derek Carr in New Orleans is on one page. So that being said, I think that there may be something. I think that Dallas is going to come out strong, but I think New Orleans will pull out with it.
Saints, you got the Saints. Fa, who you got? Saints or Cowboys?
Honestly, man, it depends on if Derek Carr throwing the Chris Olave this week. If he throwing the Chris Olave this week, I got the Saints. If he's not going to rely on Chris Olave and he's going to rely on that nice running game they got,
you got to pick a team though, Hefe.
I'm not finished, Mike. That's what I'm doing, baby. That's what I'm doing. But when you if the Saints end up running the ball well, I could also see him winning there too. D Taggle's not really a good depth for Dallas. I do like the defensive line a little bit, but all in all, I could see the Saints edging this one out. But what I'm trying to say is if they don't score quick enough, I could see Dallas putting belt to ass.
Facts.
Hey, man.
That's facts.
All right. I'll go Saints versus Cowboys. I watched a clip and someone asked Trayvon Diggs about Chris Olave, and Trayvon Diggs laughed because he wasn't worried about Chris Olave. So Trayvon Diggs says he's about to put Chris Olave on the island.
Are you serious?
That's what he said is going to happen.
That's actually what he said, though.
Oh, for sure.
Damn, man. I don't think it's that simple. I'm with you, but I'll stop talking.
No, of course he didn't actually say that. But Trayvon Diggs definitely scoffed at the idea of Chris Olave. He didn't definitely seem like he wasn't worried about him. So he's going to be put on Chris Olave, and Chris Olave might have a very tough game. But the thing about it is the Saints were really good last week against the terrible Panthers without Chris Olave. They didn't even really use him. They used a lot of tight ends, and Shaheed was running past people for some deep plays. So can they be that explosive against the Cowboys? I'm unsure. I'm going to go Cowboys, though, because the Saints' offensive line is still not good. They got a couple tackles that are out. Michael Parsons and that defensive line with DeMarcus Lawrence.
Thank you.
Cooking, and they're going to make it very tough on Derek Carr. And when Derek Carr can't get those explosive plays and start leaning on that run game, then it might get tough. But maybe that run game starts cooking with Alvin Kamara and I think Kendre Miller. So if the Cowboys get upset, I would be surprised, but not like it's impossible.
I wouldn't even be necessarily surprised either, honestly. But I'm just saying, I think like the way that they win in this game is by winning by 1 or 2 touchdowns. But I do think if the Saints start off hot and they control time of possession somehow, they could definitely start running on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a team, even though they are front running, they're a team that if you can get them on the field for a long time, you can wear out Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. You can start running on them very, very hard. So that's just another thing.
And something to pay attention to in this game, different from the Browns game, is the Browns had no offensive identity. They couldn't really do anything, so they didn't really put the Cowboys in danger. The Cowboys' run game is still suspect. So with Marshall Lattimore definitely shadowing CeeDee Lamb and Tyrann Mathieu over the top, they're going to have the secondary to make it very tough on CD. And Jake Ferguson's not playing. So it could be this is a very interesting game to see how good Dak really is. So, and this is not even a high-end team, but it is a team with good defensive talent.
Yeah, it's a solid test. Any game through weeks 4 is a test, really, against any team. I mean, it's early.
It's actually my lock of the week, if I had to say this is my lock of the week. I am not high on the Saints whatsoever. I am not fooled by what they did to the Carolina Panthers in week 1. Cowboys are going to win this game quite convincingly, I think. I don't think it's going to be close. I think Dallas wins pretty easily.
Valid.
I think they make the Saints look like the Browns. I truly think that.
If that happens, shout out the Cowboys. Brandon, who you got? Saints, Cowboys.
Not high on the Saints.
This is my lock of the week too. I think the Cowboys just decimate them. Yeah, the Cowboys are really good on beating up on teams that just have a lot less talent than they do. I think it's going to get ugly for Derek Carr. It's going to really get ugly for Derek Carr. They're going to try to implement the run game early without Kamara, but it's not going to work. DeMarcus Lawrence is still an elite run defender, and Michael Parsons is just he's in a contract year. He just went off last game. He's in a contract year as well. So I think he's going to be balling all season. The Saints don't have anything offensively at all to neutralize what the Cowboys are going to do to them. And for the Cowboys offense, it's going to be a minimal struggle up until like mid second quarter, where I think they're just going to blow the roof off of that place.
I can see that.
Of course, they have Marshawn Lattimore, but between CD and Brandon Cooks, I don't think they can stop them both. Either CD will have a great game or Brandon Cooks will have a great game. Honestly, I can't see them stopping the run game either with Ezekiel Elliott and the running back by committee with Dalvin Cook now.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard Zeke's name in that sentence in a long time.
I'm telling you, yeah.
I mean, he looked decent in the first game.
Yeah, he looked
that run game is.
I think Ezekiel's gonna have a good game.
No, we're done. Wait. Can I
Mario Davis about to put it on the shirt?
Wait. I want to
understand. I understand they have Demario Davis, who's an elite linebacker, by the way. Even at his age, my goodness, he's still great.
I don't know. B Zeke might have a hard time getting out his wheelchair for that, bro. Did you see that spin move last week?
Wait, Zeke might have a hard time. But I do think that I have to give credit, and I understand it's the first game, but I did think that that our left tackle And I mean, pretty much every offensive line position played well. So
Yeah.
I do think that when it comes to Dak having the ball in the pocket, I am confident that we can throw on this team. And I do think because the Cowboys' schedule is so hard these next 3 games, I doubt the Cowboys come out flat. This is going to be a must-win game for Dallas. This is how they're looking at it. Because you got 3 really tough teams ahead, you have to win this game because you got to take every game that you can in the NFL. So that's why I really see the Cowboys winning it.
Yeah, they're gonna tire them out because that defense is gonna get tired of being on the field. There's gonna be some major turnovers on this game. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now. Either by Derek Carr, well, probably mostly by Derek Carr because he had a great game last week, but I see him coming back to earth this game.
He's not that good. He is.
Yeah,
not
he's
not that good.
He's about average.
Thank you for saying it, guys, because I got a bunch of shit. Oh, excuse my language. Average. Sorry. For saying that Derek Carr is not that good.
Derek Carr is solid.
I understand he had his.
No, he's fine. He's not elite like he was last week. Yeah. He's not elite.
But what people fail to realize is that it's
the
not
play calling does look like it's gotten better though.
It's not about Derek Carr. And that's what people fail to realize. It's about everything that's around him. He's around him.
The offensive line is the offensive line and the play calling last year was really, really bad. I will say that.
But New Orleans is a complete team, and
they're an elite team.
They're not far from it, like at all. They're not.
Bro, yes, they are. Bro, low-key they are.
So Derek Carr fitting in and him just being and just playing his role is good enough. And that's what people fail to realize.
Now, against the Panthers.
Sure. I'm going to put a pause on that. P5, also, what's your team?
I'm a Falcons fan.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, don't do it.
No. I was just checking.
We're getting
Hello.
We will move on.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Wait, Mo, relax.
Hold on. We'll move on to the next game. So, next game. Buccaneers versus Lions.
Ooh, Hefe.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good game.
Hefe.
Yeah.
Who you got winning between the Bucs and the Lions?
Kick it off, brother.
So let me kick it off with Go Bucks, of course. I'm going to start there. I'm really concerned about the run game for Detroit. Passing game, we're going to bottle that up. Jared Goff can't run like Jaden Daniels did. We're going to have some pretty good pressure on him. But I'm worried about Montgomery and Gibbs, what they're going to do on the ground. I ain't worried about the passing game Sunday. I ain't too worried about the passing game. Defensively, we got to show up and put belt the ass early and often.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, the Bucs are winning, Hefe? You think the Bucs?
Yeah, I got the Bucs winning by a touchdown.
Okay, I just wondered. I wasn't
winning.
Sure.
My bad.
No, you good.
All right. Mo, who you got winning?
Man, it's really hard to say. I gotta say, honestly, I think it's going to be Detroit. I think it's going to be Detroit that the pulls. I think right now Jared Goff and the Lions have something to prove. So and so does Baker Mayfield. And he has that whole team is on his side. So it's going to be a good game. But I think it's going to be very, very close, and I think it's going to be the Lions.
Okay.
Hey, this Kentucky-Georgia game is insane.
Yeah, I have to give respect to
Kentucky's up 10-0 right now.
But yeah, I have to give respect to the Bucs. I think that this game will be a very good game, like it was last time. And but overall, I think the same stuff that Hefe is talking about, I think that can happen to the Bucs. I think Baker Mayfield is a very solid quarterback, but I do think that if you can get real pressure against him, especially in passing coverages, where you're getting
Oh, yeah, I'm muted. P5.
Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, in like passing, if they can get pressure in passing coverages, which basically what I mean is, if Hutchinson can get through, which is going to be tough because Wirfs is over there. I do think that defense can cause problems, but if they can get good protection, Baker's definitely good enough to give this defense trouble. So I actually do see I do end up seeing it being a 25, maybe 30 point on both sides game. I'd probably say like 27-24 Detroit, because I actually do think that Detroit's run game is going to be pretty solid. I think obviously Vita Vea is in there, but if they can get the passing game going a little bit and then start running the ball out of shotgun, I do think that they have, the ability to make that happen with a very good offensive line that's up there with some of the best we've seen in the past couple of years. So I'll take the Lions.
Okay. I'm going to go Lions here. Very simple. When it comes to this game, the Lions, I don't care who they playing, they're going to be able to run the ball because they have the best offensive line in football.
Truth.
So David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs are about to do their thing. And Amon-Ra didn't have a good game last week, but I don't think that the Buccaneers will be able to scheme up Amon-Ra like the Rams did in that game in particular. It also allowed Jameson Williams a lot of one-on-one coverage to cook, and I'm sure that the Buccaneers don't want that in this game in particular. So I do think this is going to be a game where the Lions get on track against this Buccaneers defense. Carlton Davis, revenge game, of course. He's going to go lock up Chris Godwin just because. And give me the Lions for this game.
Wait, Chris Godwin plays strictly slot again, right?
I'm not sure.
They
Yes, he does. Yes, he does, B.
Yeah, because they.
Brian Branch.
Don't trip, Mike. The only reason he ain't say Mike is Mike gonna cook regardless.
Brian Branch will lock up Chris Godwin, and then Carlton Davis will go like, "Hey, Mike Evans, get it."
Chris Godwin, in my opinion, he should have never went the outside. I think it was a perfect slot. I don't know why they experimented with that, but I'm glad he's back at his natural position.
Fair. But yeah, give me Lions. P5, who you got?
Well, the hater of every team in the NFC South wants me to say Lions, right? And I'm still gonna go with the Lions. I'm a Falcons fan. Hello.
Hey. No, who's the hater?
Oh, I hate every NFC South team.
He was speaking in third person.
I try my best to be honest, but So I think it's gonna be of all the 12 o'clock games that are on, this is the one I'm gonna watch. This is gonna be a very fun game to watch. I think should be pretty high scoring. If I had to guess, I'm gonna go with Detroit because I think they're just slightly more talented simply because of that. I'm not really gonna get into the X's and O's of it. I think it's gonna be a great game.
All right, and Brandon, who you got?
I'm gonna say this is gonna be a high scoring game. I don't think there will be no defense played at all because these teams can neutralize what they do with each other. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think David Montgomery has a good game running the football because he's the number one back on that team right now. I know you guys are so quick to want to give it to Gibbs, but I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you on that one, B. I'm with you on that one.
Like I told y'all this offseason, David Montgomery is still the number one back. So let's hold on Jameer Gibbs. He'll get his chance, just not this season. So he'll tote the ball. He'll tote the rock. I think he'll have a great game running the ball. And I think Amon-Ra is going to be schemed up very well. I think Amon-Ra speaks for himself. I think we know how good he is. I see this game going 33-35 the Lions' way. I think it's going to be a great game, though.
33 is a very interesting point total.
Yes.
33.
I don't know how they're going to get it, but they're going to get it. I don't know. But go ahead.
Wait, so you're saying that the total score is going to be 33?
No. 35-33.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it looks cleaner on the scoreboard when a team scores 33 than 35, but it's like, oh, that's interesting. How did they get 33 points? That's cool.
All right. Let's move on to the next game. We'll start off with Brandon, of course, since he got to talk about his team. We got the Colts at Packers. Jordan Love, questionable. More than likely won't play.
No. I know he's not playing. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right now. I know Malik Willis is terrible and everything like that, but Malik Willis is terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and shout that out right now. He's terrible. Okay. He's probably the worst starting quarterback in the league. But like our our secondary is just decimated with injuries right now, and even the starters weren't that good to begin with. Guys like we got to depend on a 7th round cornerback like Jalen Jones. I mean, outside of Kenny Moore, who's a great slot cornerback, we don't really have anything else in that secondary. I see this being a goofy game with many turnovers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see it being low scoring as well, probably 17 to 10, like that. Well, I'm gonna pick my team because I think we have the better talent, but I think it's gonna be a hard fought, goofy game by both of them, by both teams.
Okay. For me, I think Malik Willis is trash.
Yeah, he's trash.
He's one of the few quarterbacks that you could say is worse than Desmond Ritter. And
Or Will Levis.
he's worse than Will Levis too.
I mean, Daniel Jones might be worse, but that's another conversation.
Malik Willis is terrible. He can't throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball. He runs the ball. Sometimes you be like, are you a quarterback or what? That's the type of questions you're going to be asking for this game. Now, if Malik Willis actually throws the ball, it could get a little bit interesting because the Colts don't have a good secondary. But he's going to get absolutely scared and frightened dealing with this Colts pass rush. Give me the Colts. Colts are going to make it very tough on Malik. And if anything, if the Colts want to slow the game down, they can give it to Jonathan Taylor. And we saw what Saquon Barkley was doing to this rush defense. So we can see Jonathan Taylor actually have a good game this time. Because last game he was not. It's
going to be a very long day for the Green Bay Packers defense.
I want to secondhand what Riddell said. I think, and I said Desmond Ritter. I hate Desmond Ritter. Malik Willis is, I think, one of the very, very few quarterbacks in NFL history that you could say is worse than Desmond Ritter. I think Malik Willis. I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if the Packers throw the ball more than 15 times in this game. That would be shocking to me. They're going to rely on running out the clock, trying to move the ball in whatever way they can with Malik Willis runs, or we're just running the ball in general. They're going to rely on their defense, which could work. I just think the Colts are better. I really like the Colts this year. I think they're going to be a contender in the AFC South. I actually have them winning the AFC South. That took a hit last week. I'm a big AR-15 fan. I'm a big fan of Michael Pittman. I like what they have defensively, not the secondary, but I like some of what they have defensively. I think the Colts are really good. This game's not going to be close. I think the Packers struggle to score 10 points. This would be my lock of the week, but I already used it on the Saints and the Cowboys. But if I could put $1,000 on the game, it'd be this one. The Colts are beating the Packers, I think, pretty easily. I don't think Malik Willis is going to throw the ball more than 15 times. Like I said, it's not going to be easy.
Okay. Only way I see the Packers winning this game is with read option. Just Malik Willis and
Malik Willis is probably like a quarterback that the only one that I can visibly see be physically terrified running around like a 5-year-old when a pass rush comes for him. It's actually pretty funny to watch.
Mo, who you got? Packers, Colts.
Oh man, it's definitely the Colts. It's definitely going to be the Colts.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis right now is their mind is on you right now. The Colts, yeah. Like I said, it's going to be a long day for Green Bay Packers defense.
Oh, okay, for sure. Michael, who you got? Colts, Packers.
Look, I mean, honestly, I think if the Colts could play that good against the Texans, I really do think that they end up winning this game. I could see it being a sloppy game, but I really just don't see the Packers having the personnel to run the way they need to in order to win this game with Malik Willis. And, I mean, the only way I see the Packers winning is if Jair Alexander, takes over this game and is just, getting picks like he did in the – that's how I could see them winning. But, I think – even with the weapons that the Colts have, I do think that, big plays are still, very much in play with the fact that you have AR being able to throw it so far. So, I'm going to have to go with the Colts until they get tested more just because of Malik Willis. So.
All right. Hefe, who you got? Colts, Packers?
I got the Colts. I think they're gonna run the ball down their throat and just punish them until the very end of the game.
I will say this though, to kind of give a alternate idea of how the game could go. Yes, Malik Willis sucks. I think we're all very clear in that. But Matt LaFleur is a genius offensive play caller. I think he's established that type of credibility.
Indeed.
He's going to do a lot of play action, a lot of
Yeah.
RPOs, read option,
Yeah.
a lot of motion, jet sweeps with Jaden Reed because he's the best receiver on the team, and get the ball in the hand of your playmakers.
Jury's still out on that.
Not Jaden Reed, Tim. And
He is, but he was left wide open 3 times that game.
man,
last game.
hey man, it's tough. But Joe Mixon also cooked this rush defense of the Colts. And although I think I can say Josh Jacobs is better than Joe Mixon, I think. So if Josh
no, you're the craziest guy I've ever.
If Josh Jacobs has a great game, they play off the run game.
Early would be pissed right now.
If that is what that happens and they control the clock, then the Colts could really panic. Because one thing, even though AR has that explosive potential, he's not the most efficient quarterback.
Wait, Riddell.
Also really inaccurate at times, and those could be 3-and-out stops that puts the ball back into the Packers' hand, where they do very methodical plays down the field.
So let me ask you this, Rodell.
The Packers could win the game.
Do you see Josh Jacobs getting any more than 115 yards?
Wait, Mo. Also,
you need 115 yards if you're beating the Colts. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's how much rushing yard Josh Jacobs needs.
Wait, this is kind of derailing from the game a little bit, but I'm just curious to I just don't understand you, Riddell.
Colorado
you
just
say
scored.
that Aaron Jones is better than Josh Jacobs, but now you're saying that Joe Mixon isn't better than Josh Jacobs.
I just
you
said
think
I
that
think
Joe?
No. He said he thinks Josh Jacobs is better.
Yeah.
No, I know, but then he said, but before he said Aaron Jones is better than Josh Jacobs.
Oh, yeah. So
my point is that you don't think Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones are on the same playing field?
When healthy, Aaron.
No, I don't think they are. No, I don't think they're on the same playing field.
Wait, so I understand that Joe Mixon's older, but like Joe Mixon, for even before he had Joe Burrow, was giving you consistent production. All I'm saying is that Joe Burrow's still a good running back in this league. I still put him in the same tier as Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs.
No. Respect to Joe Mixon. He's not. I wouldn't call him great or good. He's fine.
He's good.
He's not Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs.
That Joe
He's a better receiving back than both of them, though. I mean, I will say that.
I mean, yeah, Aaron Jones is the best receiving back out of all of them. I'm not down.
No.
Okay.
Joe Mixon is to me.
Oh,
Joe Mixon is the best receiving back out of them. But as a pure runner, as being a pure runner, Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones, they're better.
Yeah, he's lost a step or 3.
Yeah.
All
right.
So listen, can we agree that if Josh Jacobs does not have at least 115 to 120 rushing yards,
they're not beating the Colts.
Oh no, yeah, that running game is gonna have to really. They're gonna have to really gash them in the run game to have a chance. Because
right.
If you have to depend on Malik Willis to throw the ball,
right,
20 to 30 times.
Yeah. No, they know that all of what you guys said. That's obviously the first thing they're gonna think. About with trick plays, they're gonna have to run the ball. They're gonna have to do a ball game, and they're gonna have to sneak in passing plays. They're gonna have to sneak in inch. So
yeah.
I definitely think it's going to be all on Josh Jacobs, and this is really going to have to be him. He's going to be tired after this week, man. He's going to be really
now the Packers on their defense, they have some playmakers on that defense. Jair obviously and Gary, they're pretty prolific guys.
McKinney too.
Xavier McKinney who just came over. So AR is really going to have to he's going to have to make the layups because like Rodell said, he's not really proficient yet. He misses the layups. Like a 10-yard comeback, he's just throwing it over guys' heads or skipping dirt or whatever. He just not his accuracy isn't there yet. But then you see him throw a dime 60 yards downfield. Like it's just like he has to find a medium. He has to find those little layups or whatever. They have Josh Downs back, who is I think in this league is an elite slot receiver. So that should help him. But he is going to depend on AR too, because if he isn't making these layups and they have to depend on him throwing the ball down the field all the time, he's going to make some mistakes because you can't do that with Xavier McKinney, an elite safety in this game, and Rashawn Gary trying to tee off on you. Even though they have a great offensive line, Rashawn Gary is still going to get through. And Jair is an elite corner. He's going to lock up Michael Pittman. Of course, they have Alec Pierce as well, but this defense is good enough. So it's going to come down to the offense.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I don't think Josh Jacobs necessarily needs 120 rushing yards. But I do think the team needs like 120 rushing yards.
Yeah. As a team.
Because Emmanuel Wilson in the game against the Eagles in the first half was rushing the ball really good, and they still got that rookie. I think it's like Marshawn Floyd or something like that. So if they can do it by committee, then that could be. And then Malik Willis will get like 50 rushing yards because that's what he does. So it's possible. But let's move on. Next game, let's go to Jaguars versus Browns.
Oh God.
So it's going to be the Browns at Jaguars. I'll tee it off by saying I got the Jaguars. Deshaun Watson played very bad, and the Jaguars are, I'm sure, pissed that they choked the game against the Dolphins. They don't want to do that again. Yeah. And Travis Etienne needs to bounce back before he gets his job taken away from Tank Bigsby. So give me the Jaguars for this game.
I'm going to take what Rodell said. I have the Jags winning this game pretty easily, I think. I don't think the Browns are good at all. I hate Deshaun Watson. I'm going to stand by that.
WWW. Brandon, who you got?
Yeah, I got the Jags winning this game. Even though like you said, they wet the bed last week. They could have won the game last week easily, but they decided to choke. Just like they did last year, the Jaguars just fell apart. I don't see them losing this game. There's just no way that they can lose. They have too much talent on this roster, as I say. But as a team, I think they can pull out this game just off roster talent because they have. Not to say the Browns that don't have talent, they have talent all over that roster, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But Deshaun Watson is just such a bad quarterback nowadays. I don't see him doing anything. So I just got the Jags in this game.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I think that honestly, Jaguars should win this game. But I want to premise this with saying that if the Jags lose, it's going to be because Trevor Lawrence sells the game. But I will actually pick the Jags because I just think overall, honestly, their offense, I am looking at it as a better offense than it was last year. And I understand Etienne wasn't good, but I do believe that Brian Thomas is really a guy.
I'm going to pause you and let you go in a second. My bad.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
No, go. You go.
Breaking news. Quinn Ewers went down. Arch Manning is playing some football.
Oh, yeah. Arch is cooking, too, man.
Arch Manning is
67-yard
cooking right now.
Wait, can we say who they're playing against, though, before everyone gets all happy?
UTSA, they suck. But
we like that, though. We love that.
Is 5 for 8, 96 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and I think 60 rushing yards and a touchdown. He has 3 touchdowns already.
Oh, little Joe Burrow season?
Hey, man.
Yeesh.
Depends if Quinn Ewers
man. That's a hey, man. Because, if he can do that, oh, no. Look, I think Isaiah Bond has to be going off because Isaiah Bond, I think, scored the first touchdown. So,
listen, man, Arch got them wheels from his father because, my goodness, there's no way Peyton or Eli can run that fast.
Yeah, Peyton said it skipped a generation and went right to Arch. That's what Peyton said.
Yeah. No, his father was a receiver.
I was used to ask my dad, who was the biggest
good
running quarterback back in the day? And he was like, the best one was Arch. And then I watched some Arch highlights, and I was like, dang, he was fast, man, for his time.
Yeah, so, this could be the Arch Manning show, man. I'm ready to see some Manning magic. If this AR situation doesn't work out, I'm happy for him to come to the Colts. But anyway, go ahead though.
He is destined to be a New York Giant. Like
Oh boy.
destiny
Dog.
says
No,
he needs to
man.
be a New York
I mean,
Giant.
actually,
That's what
low
it says.
key, on the low. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if the Giants really do take this year and get the first pick, I mean, if he starts cooking, I mean, he's probably not even gonna go in this year unless
No, he's definitely not going in. He's gonna go
Oh
in.
yeah,
as
he's
soon
going
as
the
he
year
can.
after for
There's
sure.
no way.
I mean,
he
I
goes
could
this
see
year.
the Giants like pulling some sneaky stuff, like in Goodell being like, "All right, like we'll give him to you."
Can't they cut Daniel Jones after this year or next year? Is that when they have the out?
I
When
think-
do they have the out? in this
I
contract?
think it's next year. I think you're right.
I
But it's
think-
like
Well,
even
I think it's the
if
end
they
of the
don't
year.
have to out, they can
The end
still
of the
draft
year?
him anyway.
Mm.
No,
can
I
still
mean
draft
Q. I was, saying whatever for Jalen Milroe, but Arch Manning hasn't played yet. So I think he
Yeah.
gets more leeway than a Jalen Milroe.
Do you really
Right.
want Jalen Milroe though? Do you really want Jalen Milroe? Like, let's be real.
I mean,
Like-
Mardell, how big of a
right
Shador?
now, for sure.
How big of a Shador Sanders
Right.
fan are you?
recently he's been kind of annoying with all his comments, I'm not gonna lie, but he's a good quarterback.
yes, he's the best quarterback. Well,
Do you think he's a
No,
first
I
round
don't-
prospect or a second round prospect, or what do you think?
Well,
he
I
is?
think he's definitely going first round because this quarterback class is not deep. But
it's
No.
just-
I mean, even if he was in last year's draft, he probably would have went first round because Bo Nix went first round. So
Quarterback-
If JJ went first round,
But
anything's possible.
Shador
He's
needs
definitely
to
going.
Yeah.
get the ball.
I think Shador is destined to be a New York Giant, though. Let's be honest.
I don't know. I think
he'd be
Yeah,
talking.
honestly now.
But
No,
Deion-
I think the Panthers are going to beat him to it because the Panthers.
And guess what? And guess
I
what?
don't
Knowing the
know. I think you got
Falcons,
too much flavor for the
and
Giants,
guess
bro.
what? And guess what? Knowing the Falcons, we're drafting Carson Beck. Knowing the Falcons.
Dion did say that he's gonna choose what I don't know how he's gonna choose.
Oh yeah, he's going to be
gonna
picky choosy with the
what
team. So yeah,
he's going to get drafted. So
Who, Shador?
yeah, Dion's like I'm gonna pick the team that Shador,
He's not- yeah.
Shiloh, and Travis get
that's
drafted.
not gonna happen. That's not gonna
He's
happen.
going to coach that team, or he's going to pick the team?
He's gonna pick the team somehow. Like
I think
don't
he's
know
going to
what
do
he's
the
gonna
whole Eli Manning thing where Eli wanted to.
Okay,
Please don't pick
Eli,
the
all right,
Falcons.
let's clear something up. Eli explained the story on Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's show. This is what he did. Him and his dad asked the Chargers not to draft him.
And they drafted him anyway.
And they drafted him anyway. But he
Yeah.
never said that he wasn't going to play. He just said don't draft. He just asked them not to draft me.
Also, it's like
He was not going to hold out. He says he wasn't going to hold out.
Also, it's like I don't understand why that's that bad because like I get it. Like you could say Bryce Young could have done it, but the Panthers were pretty good the season before. Like that team that he was going to go to was not good, and like at the time, no one thought they were going to be good. So like I don't really see how it matters. Like even like the Bears were like definitely more talented than the team that Eli that Chargers were at that point. So I mean, I don't really see why it matters. I mean, Eli stayed at the Giants his whole career, so like, that stuff that
And he was
happened
nothing
before
short of a
doesn't
pro
matter.
that entire tenure. Nothing short of that.
2
Yeah.
Super Bowls. It's always interesting in the comment section because when we dropped that Eli Manning video on the on TikTok, the amount of people who like say, "Oh, he just won 2 Super Bowls." I'm like, just won 2 Super Bowls. Like, I feel like now we're undermining winning a Super Bowl. I think.
All right, chat. Let's be honest. It's very hard to win 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady and the Patriots twice and be a 2-time MVP. Give Eli his respect. Come on, man.
Bro, in the NFL,
Hard to win
you
one-
don't even players really besides quarterbacks don't even get criticized. Like even quarterbacks can make the Hall of Fame without winning a Super Bowl.
That's true.
So like to me, if you win 1 Super Bowl the way that Eli did, where you're not even a first number 1, I mean that type of stuff makes you great. Like, and I'm not saying in random. I know random's crashed out on that episode. I wasn't there, but I'm the type of guy that believes that Eli should be in the Hall of Fame because of that, like 100%. And I think the seasons, especially 2011, is a very underrated year. I know we're getting off topic, but I think that year is very underrated as a very
How
good
hard is it
season
to
overall.
How hard is it to make the NFL?
Well, let's get back on topic. We got more games to go through. Next game is 49ers at Minnesota at the Vikings. Revenge game from last year. Brandon, who you got? 49ers Vikings. Christian McCaffrey is on IR, by the way. He's not playing.
You guys are not gonna like this. You guys are not gonna like my pick, but I'm going with the Vikings.
Oh my God! Of course.
You guys are not gonna like it, but I think Sam Darnold has
I
another
love
good.
it.
I don't think he's gonna be as great as he was last week because last week he was just outstanding. But I think he's still gonna be good. That O line is pretty good still. Obviously they still have JJ. I mean, come on now. We know who JJ is. I think Tre'Davious Ward is good, but I don't think he can cover JJ like that. I think that Vikings defense is good enough. They're still gonna get scored on, of course, but I think it's gonna be like a shootout. It's not gonna be a nice little shootout. It's gonna be down to the wire, but I think the Vikings can pull out this game.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to be as controversial. Give me the 49ers, and the 49ers are winning this game. It's that offense is going to be able to do a lot of great things against that Vikings defense. They love to blitz, and based on how Kyle Shanahan likes to coach, he's going to make sure to get the ball out of Purdy's hands quickly, put it in his playmakers' hands, whether that's Deebo Samuel, whether that's George Kittle, and right now Jordan Mason. The Vikings corner
Pretty good
suck.
back. He's a pretty good back.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. The Vikings corners suck. So Brandon Ayuk will be able to maybe come back and be a good receiver again. So we'll see. And Sam Darnold, like he did his thing against that offense, but the 49ers are one of the best defenses in football. They always are one of the best defenses in football. And they're going to bracket Jettis, make it very tough. But that Vikings offense is good. It definitely could be a sneaky trap game. But, yeah, give me the 49ers. Mo, who you got?
I got the Vikings. I like it.
Definitely.
I got the Vikings.
49ers. Come on, guys. Come on, man.
I got the Vikings.
49ers haven't necessarily really lost out on anything. They're still good at wide receivers. They still have a running game. I mean, they really haven't lost out on much. So I'm definitely going with the 49ers.
Okay, another 49ers. Michael, who you got?
This is going to be my lock of the week because B said that. I'm going Niners 100%. I'm also my lock of the week for bets. And this is the first edition of Mike the Bet God. I'm going over on Ayuk yards 100% and touchdowns. I mean, that's like 75%, but like I really do believe that this is the game the Niners show who they are at the passing game. I think not only Ayuk, I think Kittle will do very well. I just think when I look at these teams, as I said, I'm going to stick with the same philosophy that I do all these defenses that are good. If you can't get on a lead at the beginning of the game, good luck, unless Purdy sucks this game off. But I don't think he will. Pause. I don't know why I said it like that. But all I'm saying is I really do believe that the Niners are going to be able to cook, and I don't see Mason, getting 150 yards, but I see Brock Purdy getting around 250. I see Ayuk doing his thing, and I just see this an overall balanced offensive game. And I think honestly, I think by end of the third quarter, I think Sam Darnold, he's going to be seeing ghosts out there.
And Sam Darnold played for the 49ers, so maybe he knows a thing or two. Maybe.
Or maybe they know everything about Sam.
Also true. All right. Another interesting game of the week. We got the Seattle Seahawks.
My take would be Riddell.
Oh, my.
My good brother.
Hefe in the depths.
Yes, it's all good. All is well. I know my man Riddell be on it, so I ain't even mad at him.
Yes,
but
sir.
I bet against the Niners last week, going up against Breece Hall and Aaron Rodgers. And this guy named Fred Warner really messed that up for me. I really have him doing it again this week. Otherwise, I would be with B. I would have the Vikings winning. They got the guys to really get the separation. They can put up the points. It's just Fred Warner's that special. He takes your running game away from me, and I think that's a big factor this week.
All right. Next game we got is the Seahawks at New England. Another defensive showdown between the two teams with really great defenses from week one. Hefe, you can start it off. Who you got?
My bad. One more time.
Seahawks at Patriots. Who you got?
Give me the Patriots.
Okay. Michael, who you got?
I think this is definitely an interesting game. I do think that the Patriots have a good defense. I do think that their defense is going to be solid, but it just worries some with that offense. I think, they're going to have to get more production out of that receiving core if they really want to make it work. I think, Ramondre Stevenson could have a good game again, but I would probably go against that. I would pick Seattle. I think it's going to be a close game. I would pick Seattle because I honestly don't see Seattle, having as poor as a start as they did last week. I think having the safety at the beginning, or the two safeties, I don't know if it was two, but I know there was at least one, that really started them off the wrong track. But I do think that their defense is going to show out in this game, and I think Seattle's defense is almost as good as the Patriots' defense overall. And I think the cornerbacks, I think they're going to show who they are. I think Woolen and Witherspoon are going to do very well. And even if Kenneth Walker doesn't play, I think, it's a toss-up. But I'm just going to go Seattle because, I see the vision. And I don't see Jacoby Brissett, doing that well this game. I really don't.
Okay. Mo, who you got? Seahawks, Patriots.
Man, you know what, man? And I hate the fact that I'm saying this because I just got finished telling Lonnie I don't like them, but man, I think the Patriots is gonna pull this off. They got a really nice defense. They have some good wide receivers. They have a couple guys. So I think I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one. It might be a little close, but I think the Patriots gonna pull this out.
Two people got the Patriots. For me, Seahawks and Patriots, interesting game. Two really good defenses. The thing is, the Seahawks just made a lot of careless mistakes. I don't think that the Patriots are going to be able to surprise anybody this game. Jacoby Brissett is not going to have a good game. The Seahawks defense is going to clamp up these receivers. And then them short passing routes won't be there as much. And Ramondre Stevenson's, I don't think he's going to have a really great game because they shut down Javonte Williams when they played them. Give me the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks will have a pretty good game. I think DK might get clamped again. I'm not going to lie. But
ain't no might. Ain't no might.
They still got Tyler Lockett, Zach Charbonnet.
Hey, rest in peace, Early's fantasy team. My fault, but rest in peace, Early's fantasy team.
Yeah,
Hashtag DK worst wide receiver one in fantasy history.
I'm gonna go Seahawks. I think the Seahawks will play very stellar defense. They'll make it very impossible for the Patriots and put themselves in enough positions to score enough points. Patriots are not going to be able to really score that much. So give me Seahawks. This could be a very low-scoring game, though.
Yeah,
but, I'll take the Seahawks here. Brandon, who you got?
Oh yeah, this team. This is going to be a very low-scoring game. I'm picking the Seahawks basically because they have more talent. Tariq Woolen and Witherspoon are great great quarterback tandem in this league. I'm not sure if their starting back is going to be playing. I think it's going to be doubtful with that sternum injury, I believe it is. But still, they have offensive weapons. They have DK, he's probably gonna get clamped, but they still have JSN. They still have Tyler Lockett. Those guys, I think, are gonna be the guys that you rely on in this passing game. The O-line still looks atrocious, and Geno, he's not elite by any stretch, but they still have the more talent. So I think they can pull this game out. It's gonna be a low-scoring game though.
All right, next we got Jets at Titans. And I was thinking about this game a lot because it's a very interesting game. The easy answer, which I assume most of you guys are going to go, would be like the Jets. But
Riddell troll time.
I think this could be a low-key upset.
Okay.
And I do think that what they can do to this team is similar to what the 49ers did to this team. They have the defensive talent and the defense in general to make it very tough on Breece Hall. They did a really good job on stopping the Bears rushing. The only reason why they were scoring points, to be honest, is turnovers and special teams. So they did a great job in stopping that rush defense on the rush offense for the Bears. And they did an amazing job to stop that pass offense. Although it is Caleb, Aaron Rodgers didn't look the greatest when he played against the 49ers.
No, we did not.
Throws. And yes, they're spamming Garrett Wilson a lot in the first half. But by the second half come around, it was very hard to get the ball to Garrett Wilson. And, well, the Titans have a lockdown corner named L'Jarius Sneed. So he's also going to make it very tough. And he loves to press people. And Garrett Wilson is also not a big guy. He's like
small frame, very small frame.
So if they can't get that run offense, if they can't get that ball to Garrett Wilson, if Aaron Rodgers ain't making the right throws, the question is, can Will Levis not be a terrorist this time? Because Tony Pollard did play well last week.
God, he's so bad.
Tony Pollard could really have a good game just like Jordan Mason did. If Will Levis can return back to form to the point where he's not selling this game away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, man, let's have some fun. Upset of the week. I'm going Titans beating the Jets. This is my upset of the week.
Okay.
Who's going next?
Playing it dangerous.
I'm going to go ahead and go next and say this.
Okay.
That's not even saying the upset, bro.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah, I know y'all seen anger management when he was like, I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there. That's
Great
how
movie.
I feel about
Great movie.
Yes, that's how I feel like about Aaron Rodgers missing training camp. He looks so bad, bro. It's really not hard to pick against him.
Bro,
it's really not hard to pick against him.
Bro. I really don't think he looked that bad.
I do, bro. Like real loud.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good.
Exactly. And you can see he looked like an old man, bro.
Yeah, indeed he did.
He looked like an old man. He looked like an old man that was like, whoa, don't follow me. You're going to hurt me. Don't follow me. You're going to hurt me. That's what he looked like. Yeah. With that being said, I'm going Titans.
See, I wanted to be the only guy to go Titans. I wanted to be different. I'm going back to the Jets.
Oh, boy.
Riddell, are you
what is wrong
right now? There's no way that this actually happened. There's no way you started this off like that.
Hey, man, I will say
bro, I knew Riddell be doing that, though, bro. I knew he'd be doing that, bro.
I don't want too many people on the same train. But there's another game that we're going to talk about.
Wait.
I'm going to be that will be my upset of the week. Don't you
bro, we're about to say. I was like, what are we? Oh, okay.
Okay. Jets, Titans. Mo, go ahead.
I definitely think it's going to be the Jets, man. I think everybody has a point to prove right now. They did play pretty bad last week with Aaron Rodgers, for the most part. But I don't know, man. I think things are going to be a little bit better this week, and I think if they can hold it together, I think they can beat the Titans.
Okay. Brandon, who you got? Jets, Titans.
Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I know you're not gonna like this pick either, but I'm gonna go with the Titans as well.
Mainly.
Oh no, hold on. Let me explain to you my reason.
Here we go.
I know you guys are so high on Breece Hall, like you were this entire off season. But like I said, I'm the only person to say that. People call me crazy, but I don't think he's ready yet. Ooh. I understand he's an explosive guy. I understand he's a home run hitter. I get all that stuff. But Breece Hall isn't quite ready yet. I think he needs one more year until we start getting top 5 talks. Much like Jahmyr Gibbs. All right? I said that about the Jahmyr Gibbs. I feel the same way about Breece Hall because just last week, what did he do last week? Not much of anything. That's number one. Number two, Aaron Rodgers does not look fully healthy. You can see it in his dropbacks. He was moving a little gingerly on that back foot. And aside from that, you also have L'Jarius Sneed up there, who is a really good corner. DJ Moore was not able to do anything, and I think Garrett Wilson is around that range too with DJ Moore as far as skill wise. And L'Jarius Sneed can easily press him and make it a tough game for him. Mike Williams is Mike Williams, whatever. I don't really see them being able to do anything offensively. And I can see, even though Will Levis stinks, and I wish Earl was here because I'd be rubbing it in his face right now because I predicted him throwing more picks and touchdowns. I can still see him being a game manager, which he is, a game manager. I can still see him being a game manager and winning this game. So I'm going with the Titans.
But remember, and I'm gonna let y'all go on. But remember that defense held it together for a long time before they were actually let off the chain. San Fran had a really hard time in the beginning. Had a really hard time pulling out in front of New York.
It's first game, man. You know, you got to shake the rust off. Right. That's fine. But once they got into their mode, they put the clamps on.
Yeah, that's true. But that's after Aaron Rodgers kept on fucking up. So
he did.
Okay.
That's what happens when you miss training camp and you don't play the whole preseason.
Right.
It's the prima donna Aaron Rodgers. But go ahead. Sorry.
Fair. Michael, you got Jets Titans.
Look, I'm gonna go with Mo here. I'm going the Jets, and like I understand all this anti-Jets, and it's so funny how the narrative switched. And I'm gonna find the clips. We're gonna play it on the show.
I stayed on that. I stayed on the Jets hate. I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't care about that. All I'm gonna say is when we did the AFC South rankings or the East rankings, the AFC East rankings, everybody got mad at me for picking the Bills straight up, and now it's so funny.
The Bills to win too.
I also picked the Bills. What are you talking about?
No, I think I got heat from Mo Heffane early specifically from that.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna we're finding the clips. I think Riddell actually was with me, and I think you were with me too, B. But I will say, getting off of that, I see the Jets winning this game. I'm gonna buy stock in this team, and I'm gonna buy stock in this team winning right now. And I understand Aaron Rodgers didn't have the best game, but I do think that the Jets defense is still a very good defense, and I don't care that they got that I honestly I get it. The running back too for the Niners, Mason, he went insane. But I do truly believe that they're going to be able to win this game strictly off of the defense. I believe that, and I do think it's going to come down to Mike Williams making plays deep, because I do think that Garrett Wilson is going to have trouble. I think Garrett Wilson will be able to have 3 or 4 catches for maybe 30 yards, maybe a little bit more than that. I see him getting a little bit of touch, even though I do feel like Snead is one of the best corners in the league. I do feel like Garrett Wilson is better than DJ Moore at this point, and I know Mo's going to get mad at me for saying that. But I'll go back to, I think Aaron Rodgers is we're going to probably see a season similar to what it was like last season in Green Bay. Probably nothing really that much better. But I do think that if he's able to score a touchdown or 2 early, then I really do believe that they can win this game. And that's how I see it turning out. And as much stuff as we could talk about Breece Hall, not being ready or whatever, we still know he is a threat to get 100 yards at any game.
Absolute home run hitter. I agree with that. Yeah.
And I still believe that Tyron Smith, as long as he doesn't get injured this game, he's going to be decent on that offensive line. At least you're going to have that tackle there. And that's going to be important when you have Gregory Rousseau on the other side. So I'm gonna get the Jets, but I can see it being a close game.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, this is a win for me. If the Jets win, then I was right about my pick, and if the Titans win, then my analysis was correct, and I get to shit on Jets fans.
That is the most Riddell thing to do. That is literally the biggest Riddell thing to do.
Hey man, I just know how to handle business,
Come
man.
on, bro.
It's a win-win.
You need to be better, man. Let's hashtag be better Riddell in the chat, bro.
Man. All right, let's move on to the next game. Next game we got is we start moving into the 4:00 games. So we're done with the 1:00 games. We got Rams at Cardinals. Of course, give me the Rams. I mean, that's not even a question to me. He's about to go do his thing on this defense. And I think it's going to be the offense is going to show out. And I think the defense of the Rams played way better than people have been saying they were going to play, even though Aaron Donald wasn't there. And I don't want to repeat saying I told you this, but the defense, I know Aaron Donald is gone, but especially with the new defensive coordinator, this defense is more well-rounded than it was last year. It just is. So, give me the Rams. And will this be Marvin Harrison Jr.'s breakout game, or will Marvin Harrison Jr. have a dud of a rookie season? All those people drafting him in the first round of fantasy, they might be a little upset. So
yeah, I'm not upset because my team's still good. Because Devon A-Chain, baby. Let's go. Come on now.
I'm upset. He really screwed me last game.
Hey, drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. was
Or
really
Kyler.
No,
screwed me,
Marvin
whichever
Harrison's gonna be fine, man. Man, Riddell's tripping.
I mean, the best receiver rookie year is going to be Malik Neighbors. So
We'll see
I'm not
about
even
that.
worried
It's still
about it.
early.
I mean, it is. But yeah,
Well,
I got
how many catches did Malik get? With 3
yeah,
or 4?
like 6.
Oh, he had 6?
It's 5 or 6, and he's right now, which is funny. Actually, no, because I think he actually might be. Yeah, I think he is leading all rookies in receiving yards right now.
Well, I know Marvin
Okay.
Harrison Jr. ain't. Shit.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
he's probably bottom. I think he's
But
probably last. He
are
only
we
has
not
4
gonna
Yeah, like
yards.
4
Are we
yards.
not
Yeah,
He
gonna
only has
act
4
like
yards in
Marvin
1
Harrison?
catch.
Wait.
We gotta get
Are
rid
we
of
not
him.
gonna act like the same play that Xavier Worthy scored for a second touchdown? We're not gonna act like that was similar to the one that was missed.
Yeah,
That
it was
Marvin Harrison
missed.
was
It
wide
was
open.
missed. It was absolutely. He was absolutely open.
Like, okay, so like let's not completely blame him. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he had a great game, but I saw the tape.
Adonai
in that
Mitchell could have had
game.
2
He
touchdowns.
did
By the way,
not
if
get
y'all roll
locked
back the
up.
film.
And
Go
he
ahead.
could have dropped it too.
No, I saw
Adonai
clips in
Mitchell
that
don't
game.
drop
I
nothing.
saw most of the possessions. He didn't
I
get
mean-
fully locked up. He was open. He's still. I think he's going to be fine, and I think he's going to be playing in slot more than B thinks. I don't think he's going to be playing slot a lot, but I do think that.
Who? Marvin Harrison?
No,
Yeah, maybe a
Greg
little bit.
Greg Dortch is their slot, and
Nah, he
Tyler
ain't touching that
was-
slot. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not. I
No,
don't see
he
that
was
happening.
he
You
was
be a
in there
bad
for a
coach if you put
couple
him in the
plays,
slot.
man. Come on now, he was in there for a couple plays.
But also Marvin Harrison
He
Jr.
should be doing that.
Marvin Harrison
No,
Jr.
I
in that
swear I
game,
saw him in
of
there.
what
He's
people are
not. He doesn't
talking
have
about.
that quickness that you want from
He
a
was
slot guy.
right.
Man.
He was
That's fine,
pretty
that's fine.
slow in that game, and
No. He's fast. Don't get me wrong, but his feet aren't
in that
just
last
quick, like
game,
the quick, agile. You want that from a slot guy. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not gonna give you that.
in that last game, his
He has great
routes
straight line
weren't
speed.
as fast.
Yeah.
In that last game, he wasn't getting to his routes as quick, and so we'll see. But okay, Brandon, who you got? Rams, Cardinals.
I mean, dude, when you have Matthew Stafford, you can be in any game. So I'm picking the Rams on this one. I understand that their offensive line is kind of decimated, but they still have that talent. They still have Cooper Kupp, he's gonna have a day. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he will have a day against the Cardinals. I'm picking Rams to win this game.
If Cooper Kupp has another legendary year this year, bro, nobody better talk to me about Cooper Kupp. I'm not gonna lie.
Cooper Kupp is great. He's fine. He just he's had some injury history. But
Well,
when he's on the field, he's dynamic.
Those words.
That's the only thing holding Cooper Kupp back is injuries. Absolutely.
No, I really know why Riddell just said that.
Because people disrespect Cooper Kupp. But
yeah, we all know who you're talking
He's
about.
one of the greatest slots of all time.
Riddell, who are you talking about
Honestly,
when you say people disrespecting Cooper Kupp?
I'm talking about everybody who's disrespecting Cooper Kupp, not anybody in particular.
Okay.
I'm higher on Cooper Kupp than most people are.
Well, honestly, I think it's definitely going to be the Rams. Matthew Stafford is not done, bro. He's not done, and he's showing he's not done. So I think honestly the Rams defense and the Cardinals don't have anything defensively that's efficient against stopping what Matthew has to do. So I can't. They have nobody for Cooper Kupp, and they have nobody for
Kyron.
Yeah. So I can't see this being a stoppage any whatsoever for the Cardinals. I definitely see the Rams winning this.
Okay. Michael, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go Rams. I think this is a must-win game for the Rams. This is the first time they're playing Arizona. They just lost. And I just don't think that the Cardinals have enough defensively, at least, especially at the beginning of the season, to disrupt the Rams' offense, even without Nakua. I think, I give McVay credit, and I trust in McVay to have the receivers besides Cooper Kupp be ready to catch balls when they need to. So I'm not necessarily worried about Puka Nakua being injured either. And I really think that, too, because of Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford's the top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
Sure.
And I'm gonna buy and stock on the Rams too, even though because they lost. Because the Rams are a team where I'm not even worried about them until week 4, week 5 because of Matt Stafford. And I've seen Matt Stafford, be able to work with less.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking the Rams in this game, and I do think that the Cardinals will still be a threat, though. I still think, the Cardinals are going to be a good test for any team in the league this year, and I do think they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot. But I do think they start off a little bit rough, and then they catch back later in the season. So I'm gonna go to the Rams.
Okay. Hefe, who you got?
Man, I hate doing divisional games, man. I hate doing divisional games because sometimes it's a toss up. But man, I really like the wide receiver weapons the Rams got over who the Cardinals got. When it comes to defense, due to the fact they missing some guys, it's kind of even for me. I like some guys they got on the defense for the Cardinals, but the receivers don't match up on offense. So go ahead and let me get the Rams, man.
All right.
Do we all go Rams?
Everybody went Rams. I will say this, that something to be scared of for the Rams in particular is the run game of the Cardinals. The Lions were able to run on them pretty effectively, and the Cardinals ran on the Bills pretty effectively.
Yes,
so
they
James
did.
Conner might have a game this
monster game. Yeah,
so that's something to look out for.
But you talking about David Montgomery and Gibbs, which I believe both respectfully are better than James Conner over there.
And the
But
offense.
James Conner cooked that Bills defense. So
he did.
I mean, I'm just saying he's capable enough to cook the Rams defense as well. So that's something to be looking out for because they're definitely going to run the ball a lot. But let's move on to the next game. Pittsburgh at Broncos. I got Pittsburgh. Mid on mid.
Yeah, I definitely think that's gonna be that's gonna be a Pittsburgh game. That may sound last week. Bo Nix had a really hard time with that Seattle defense, and then not knowing anybody right now to be that scared of. I understand he's a rookie. I think he has potential, but against a defense like this, out as they are, I think that he's going to have a really long day. So I definitely am going to say Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Does anybody have the Broncos? I don't think we need to really talk about this in late.
No. Bo Nix is going to have a really long – I mean, God bless him. God bless him. He's going to have a really long day.
Yeah,
I don't think we should spend too much time on this.
Wait, who's the wide receiver two for Pittsburgh?
Is George Pickens and –
I don't know. I don't know if Roman Wilson is playing. Probably Calvin Austin. I'm guessing Calvin Austin.
I could see a little Freiermuth
He's pretty good.
Unless you want to count Pat Freiermuth. So
I think Justin Fields could do a lot of running in this game too because I think the Pittsburgh will win, but they're probably going to have to figure out a way to, continue to get yards without targeting George Pickens a ton, except when he's not matched up with Surtain.
Game for sure. PS2
because I think Surtain is still I think Surtain is going to be able to lock up pretty much almost any receiver he comes up against this year.
But Surtain is the only one they.
Really what do you mean? He's been doing the entirety of his career?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So
let's move on to more interesting games. So the last three games are very interesting. It's very, very interesting.
I got the Steelers, by the way.
Yeah. I think everybody at
everybody have we don't have to spend time on that. Go ahead though.
Yeah. So we're moving on to this game. Bengals at Chiefs. We know that the Bengals always play the Chiefs tough.
They do.
We know that Joe Burrow is the only guy who can claim that he beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, not named Tom Brady. And we know that the Bengals want a lot of get back considering their last week one.
But but that's the thing though, Rodell. Last week they had a really hard time. They had a really hard time. Can you see them pick it all back up this week against a team that's ready to go back to the Super Bowl? Not only that, their quarterback is trying to make a point that he can make a third MVP. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell up. I'm not going to diminish. I'm not going to discredit. I'm not going to overlook the Bengals because the Bengals have the Chiefs number. If any team deserves the I have the Chiefs number moniker, it's the Bengals, even though it's kind of like tied right now. But give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Simple as that, man. The Chiefs are on work and doing their business, but don't sleep on Joe Burrow and Bengals.
Right.
Brandon, who you got?
I understand they have Joey B, Joe Cool, however you want to call him. Is this going to be at Arrowhead, by the way?
Yeah.
Or Burrowhead as
Nah, they won't dare say that ever.
as they said that, yes, even though they lost last time. But still, I'm gonna have to go with Chiefs on this one. I think their offense is a lot more prolific than it was last year now, especially with Xavier Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy is gonna have a sneaky good game. I understand they have T Higgins coming back, right? He's playing this week, and Jamar Chase next.
Actually.
He's not.
I'm not sure if he is.
Oh well, if he is playing, that's gonna be a huge big.
That would be really.
Yeah, that'd be huge for them. It's gonna give them a boost on offense, but I still think offensively and defensively, the Chiefs have a better overall team. I see the Chiefs winning this game, but I think it's gonna be really close though.
Yeah,
probably 21-17, something like that. I think it's gonna be really close.
Okay. T. Higgins is not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
Ooh.
Man, that's a big.
Yeah,
that's big. That's big.
Then I'd say 24-30, 24-31.
Okay. Michael, who you got? Chiefs, Bengals.
Look, I'm not going to take the cheese here. I'm going to go the Chiefs. I just don't think – I think that this Bengals team is going to be similar to last season, man. I think because Joe Burrow, his wrist isn't healthy. And, Jamar Chase is still coming back, not fully acclimated. I just believe that, the Chiefs are going to win in Arrowhead. And I think that the cornerbacks for the Bengals are really good, and I respect them. But I do think that Rashee Rice this year is one of the best slot receivers in the NFL, and I think that's going to still be able to work against this Bengals team. I don't think that anyone can really cover Xavier Worthy when it comes to speed, deep one-on-one. So if they get an opportunity to get that open, I think that they can make that happen for sure. And I also think that Pacheco could have a really good game. So I see this game being close still. I do think Burrow plays better, and I think this Bengals team's always going to show up for the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be a blowout game, but I do think the Chiefs control this game. I think that they're just talented enough to do that.
Yeah.
Bet. Hefe, who you got? Bengals, Chiefs.
Man, if Joe Burrow didn't play like he did last week, I'd be going Bengals here. But he did play like he played last week, so I'm going Chiefs.
All right. All right. Next, we got the game of the NFL young quarterbacks, the future of the NFL, as people may say it. We got Chicago Bears going to Houston to play the Houston Texans. I'll put it simply: if Caleb becomes a good quarterback, they can't beat the Texans.
Yeah.
They absolutely can beat the Texans. Usually quarterbacks after week one don't play good, but after week one, they start getting the hang of the speed of the NFL. The Texans were getting absolutely decimated by the Colts and what AR did. And AR didn't play a spectacular game other than like 2 really great throws and like a lot of running.
3, actually. But go ahead.
3, fair. If Caleb can make good throws on timing to DJ, I don't know if Keenan's playing, so we'll see. And that run game can maybe establish because the Texans play the run very well. It can be an interesting game with the Bears defense playing very well. They play very well against the Titans. They got really elite corners.
The wide receiver for Chicago just got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, Keenan Allen. I'm not sure if he's playing or not.
No, Ryan Bates, Houston Texans. I'm sorry.
If I'm the Bears, I'll be petty. Put Jalen Johnson on Stephon Diggs, saying you ain't getting these easy touchdowns. That's what I would do. So Nico Collins could cook, but even if Tyreek Stevenson's a dog too, so who knows what will happen. The Bears could win this. It's a possibility the Bears could shock the world and beat the Texans. But give me Houston. Give me Houston. Brandon, who you got?
I think Houston wins this game. I think they got too much firepower on offense. We all know that. That's pretty obvious. They're not going to be able to stop all three of these wide receivers. Even though the Bears have Jalen Johnson, great corner, by the way. I'm glad he got paid this offseason. What I saw from Caleb, man, it was scary. I mean, the offense as a whole, because those route, again, I'm going to say it again, those route combinations that he was subjected to that entire game, it was just, I mean, you're not going to have a great chance to win when they're at those routes that they were calling up. So I don't really trust that offense right now. I think they're trying to figure out who they are, or try to figure out their identity. They didn't have a really good game plan, and I think they still struggle again. It's gonna be a couple of games for this offense to really gel, because that's the strength of this team, the offense. And if they're not clicking, then I mean, who are you? I mean, and when you don't have an identity, you're gonna get beat. And the Texans have an identity; they know what they're doing. So I see the Texans winning this game easily.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mo, who you got? Texans, Bears.
I don't necessarily think it's going to be. I gotta slightly disagree with you on that, Brandon. I don't think it's going to. If the Texans do pull it out, I don't know. Like a lot, like Brandon said, Caleb Williams did play a little scary last week. He didn't have many yards. He threw just for under 100 yards. That's a little questionable. I'd say Houston. If he has another game like that, if you don't have it figured out by now, I think it's definitely going to be Houston. But I think if Caleb Williams play as like the quarterback he was at Oklahoma, I think he got it. USC. I'm sorry.
Michael, who you got?
I'm gonna go Texans here. I think I'm really looking forward to the matchup for Tank Dell in this game. I think Tank Dell's gonna have a better game than he did last week. I'm still high on Tank Dell. I think there's a couple throws that if CJ Stroud would have thrown better, I think that Tank Dell could have had a touchdown as well as a couple more catches. So I think that's going to be important for them to win this game. Obviously, I think the Texans do pull it out, but I do really think that the Bears' defense is going to keep this close for a little bit. But I will continue to push until I see something different. I just don't like this offense for the Bears, and I'm not going to blame it on Caleb Williams if he sucks. Caleb Williams is going to get blamed for me. But as B said, I just don't think that this offense and this play calling really works. And until they do something else, I think teams like this that are this good, where you have Derek Stingley, you have Anderson on the outside, and just a solid team overall, I think that the Texans will pull this game out.
Mm-hmm. Hefe, who you got?
I mean, I feel obligated to say Texans, man. Simply because I didn't see enough out of Caleb to say, man, I would really like to see the Bears win this. That offense has the potential to put up points, man. That offense has the potential to put up points, but without seeing it, you never know. So I gotta go with the Texans.
Okay, all right. Seems like everybody went with Texans, but Bears. Hey man, maybe they figure something out in 1 week. Who knows?
I'm hoping so.
The last game of the week, we got the Falcons at Eagles. Should be a very interesting game.
Where P5
we get
at?
the bounce back. And we'll start off with reverse order. Hefe, who you got?
Oh,
One more time. My bad.
Falcons at Eagles.
Yep.
Oh man, this is a hard one for me to pick a little bit. Call me crazy. I believe the Eagles defense is bad enough to win this game, but their offense is enough to keep them in this game. I'm gonna go Philly.
Okay, Philadelphia. Michael, who you got?
Honestly, man. This is tough for me, but I really think that Atlanta might pull this game out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I understand. I do think that this is gonna be I think last game was a wake up call for the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, but I do think that if they can implement Bijan on the outside, give him a little bit more receptions, I do think that they can, overall win this game. And I say that because I still am low on the Eagles secondary. I genuinely am. I just worry about this secondary. And I know the reason why the Cowboys have been able to beat the Eagles in the past, especially last year, is because of that secondary. And if Kirk Cousins can get rid of the ball quickly, this defense can get exposed. And I understand Kirk Cousins looked bad, and so did Aaron. They're kind of in the same spot right now with their injuries, but I just see a trend upward. I think Atlanta's just got to make the game simple for Kirk Cousins right now, and let's stick to the run game. Let's stick to that solid offensive line. I think that if you scheme up the right run plays, that offensive line can do well against the Eagles D line. Going out there and try to go passing deep or passing too much, that's going to lead to guys like Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to get sacks. So give Bijan the ball and trust in him, and I think that they can win this game. So I'm going to go Atlanta. Upset of the week, by the way. Upset of the week, Riddell.
Y'all just keep on taking my upset picks.
Bro, you already took your upset, buddy.
This is disgusting work over here.
What disgusting work? You're mad when somebody agrees with you now? All right.
Mo, who you got?
Man, stop playing, man. It's gonna be Philly.
Oh.
It's gonna be Philly. Jalen Hurts is gonna scare the living daylights out of everybody all over again, and it's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be Philly. And I think if Jalen Hurts puts his damn head on straight and makes some accurate passes and stop throwing into double and quadruple coverage, then we'll win it easily. But if not, then we're gonna have to have scared as hell all over again. But it's gonna be definitely Philly.
All right, Brandon, what you got?
I think the Eagles are going to win this game simply based off of they're going to put up some serious points quickly and early. Jalen Hurts is going to look like he's going to be in MVP season form. I don't see him really struggling this game. And Kirk is going to have to play catch up, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that yet. I love Kirk, respect Kirk, think he's still can play at a high level, but he's not fully healthy. You can see that. And him running mainly out of shotgun last week, I didn't get what that was about. Other than the only answer I can come up with is that he's not fully healthy.
That's what they did the last 6 weeks of the season, by the way.
Yeah. He's from about 20 or something. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really see.
Oh, late
Atlanta.
Cofield. I'm like, who just highlighted the text? I'm like, oh, it's early. I'm like, what? But yeah, keep going, Brandon.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think Kirk is fully healthy. He's gonna have to keep up with this Eagles offense, and this is just too much for. I understand Atlanta has a great defense. I'm not gonna say great, but it's a good defense. But I don't see them really having any type of struggles with moving down the field. I really don't. I got the Eagles winning this game.
Easy. And then the Raiders and the Eagles will be 0. I mean, the Falcons will be 0-2, and I'm still good for my bet. I'm gonna have to pay you
early rest in peace.
There's no way the Raiders are gonna win the division.
My guy.
That ain't gonna happen.
They can win the division going 0-2. But Yeah, give me
Late Cofield out here.
Give me. This is my upset of the week. Give me the Falcons. I'm gonna just blindly
The
believe that Kirk Cousins will become a good quarterback again
Let's go, Riddell. Me and
Wow.
after the injuries.
Me and you, Riddell.
Wow.
Run game. How you say Quan go wow, dog?
Bro,
I already explained
that
it.
lone wolf right now.
Hey man, I'm gonna believe the
Hey,
Eagles.
man.
The Eagles' rush defense was not good in the second half, so they can take advantage of that.
Oh, Bijan can absolutely go off, but that's
Yeah.
outside of that,
No, he
man.
can't. No, he
There's,
can't.
there's some growing pains with the Eagles and their
That O-line
secondary
ain't-
being on the
That
same
O-line,
page.
that O-line don't look as
Falcons
good as
can
y'all thought it was.
come take advantage of that. Hey, all I will say is this. I'm gonna say
Hey,
this.
Johnson gonna have Matthew Judon on the chokehold too.
If Kirk Cousins
The
gets
same
healthy,
one Melvin had Jody in.
if Kirk Cousins
Call
gets
for your mama.
healthy,
You call for your mama.
if Kirk Cousins gets healthy, they can 100% beat the Eagles. He almost beat the Eagles last year. And
My God, they ain't the same team. Yeah, Justin Jefferson. Stop doing that.
hey, man,
Drake London ain't the same.
it's either going to be a Kyle Pitts or Drake London breakout. If Kirk Cousins,
Oh, dude, stop it with the
can
Drake
pass
London,
the
please,
ball.
man. Stop it,
Drake
with
London.
Drake London.
Bro, this Eagles secondary. Bro, this Eagles
I
secondary
just
is
need
not
Kirk
even that
Cousins
good.
to be able to pass the ball again. That's all
Bro,
I
the
need.
Eagles have two players on defense, bro. Let's be honest. Their linebacking core sucks. Their secondary suspect. Like besides Darius Slay is
Darius
fine.
Slay will lock up Drake London something crazy.
Okay, so then
you
Kyle
right
Pitts will
now.
go off. So, dude,
The only problem is Kirk can't throw.
Michael, you just worry about the Eagles whipping your ass when they put them Cowboys, okay?
So
That's
what
you worry
happened to Jerry World last year for the division? Oh yeah, that's right.
And
We
then they
smoked them, and I said we were gonna smoke them.
That's
So,
when I
y'all
that's
smoke
when I
too.
was kicked off the
That
show,
Eagles
and I
team
couldn't
sucked
say
last
my
year. Don't
take.
do that.
What?
Saquonless Eagles team. Shut up. That ain't the same team.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Okay, so
Y'all-
now, so
Can
whatever.
y'all really
whatever.
see
All right.
Kirk Cousins coming back and putting something on the scoreboard last second of the second quarter? Because that's what's going to happen.
No, dude, he's not
Yeah,
healthy.
I think the Eagles going early and
are going to be up.
they just start punishing that boy.
Bro,
I'm
Eagles
telling-
have a
That's
suspect
exactly what I
secondary.
said. That's exactly what I said. I think they get up pretty early on them.
Bro, Eagles have one of the worst linebacking cores in the league. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, they do. They do.
It's actually horrible. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
I had to pick one upset of the week. It was either Titans or I kind of like both of them, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna stay 10 tones and just go Falcons beating the Eagles. If the Titans beat the Jets, I'll take that as a moral victory. But I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. And if it happens, y'all gonna have to see me.
You're gonna have to see me too because I picked
You
Atlanta.
know what? I'm going to make
Michael did hop on the train.
I'll
So.
lock in for the week.
Oh, you want to lock in the Eagles beating the Falcons?
Yeah.
Riddell, should we get a little fantasy update going?
Or is
it
I mean,
too
we
early
can to wrap it up.
I was just gonna say, shout out my team, shout out Devon A-Chain for being my number one running back. Even though B said when I drafted him that it was a reach, it's not a reach. And yeah, I have Marvin Harrison.
my God.
I drafted him in the first round, and I'm still gonna win the league.
Devon A-Chain.
Let's see what watch this, Brandon. Let's see what he do next week when they stack the box because they don't trust Skylar Thompson. Then we'll see how good he plays.
Nah, Devon A-Chain is an elite running back. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
listen, he's elite. He's elite because Tua's out there with Waddle and Hill. Niggas don't trust Skylar Thompson to throw you a 2-yard pass.
Nah, Devon A-Chain is him, bro.
Early.
I don't know, bro. I feel like
my
you
last
can stick a
point.
lot of running backs in
My
the
last
offense
point.
and they still do good,
Wait,
man. I
last
don't know.
point.
Not like
I'm done.
Devon
I
A-Chain,
swear.
man. I've seen enough.
Boy.
Last
I've
point
seen
and I'm
enough.
done. Last point and I'm done. All I'm saying is early. Who scored 20 points when I beat you last week? Oh yeah.
Boy.
It was Jake Moody and Devon A-Chain, baby. Come on now. Jake Moody's my best player.
All right,
You know,
if Michael
let's go,
asked for
baby.
an update, so I'm going to give an update. Here are the current standings for the Open Field Fantasy Football League. First place, we got Mo. Second place, we got Tribal Prodigy. Third place, we got White Mike Hefe. No, White Mike is Michael, not one.
No, it's me, not Hefe.
Number four, fourth place is Hefe. Fifth place is J-Rob. Sixth place is Brandon. Seventh is Jalen Carter. Eighth is Early. Ninth is Moa. And 10th is Lonnie. So a lot of
Lonnie literally is the final boss.
Number 1 in the world and number 1 of y'all.
But look, let me say this though.
Bro, Mo Lily. Mo
Let me say this because I'm late. Let me get a couple things off. I know y'all talking about it or not, but I'm gonna get my points off. Chris McCaffrey is who we thought he is. That white boy is not meant to run the ball as much as y'all made him run. As much as they made him run the ball. I told people they need to use.
You got an injury in the offseason. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we know. He's also because his body was beat up. All right, and another thing. I don't know what Jamar Chase is smoking, but for him to come out and talk shit about the Chiefs when y'all got to play the Chiefs at home and y'all team sucks, this is finna be a blowout. Locks of the week. Take that -6 Chiefs and add a half to it just to give you an extra couple points on that plus-minus spread. They're gonna beat them by 2 touchdowns. Take that -2.5 for the Indianapolis Colts. Add a couple points to it. They're gonna blow the Packers out the water. Also, if you want to be careful, because you don't know if he throw touchdowns or not. Justin Fields money line Steelers. They're going to beat the Broncos. And the easiest pick of the week. George is a -5 worth the Panthers. If you can get that bitch to -10, you take it. They're gonna beat them by 30.
Yeah. So let's real quick get everybody's lock and upset of the week finalized for everybody. You know, those are going to be the most interesting talking points. Those ones you're going to be able to brag about a little bit. So Early, his lock of the week is Chiefs, and your upset of the week is?
Upset of the week is Titans going to beat the Jets. I don't trust the Jets at all.
Yeah, damn. We all said that. We all said the Titans.
I said
except
that
for me. Except for me.
Oh yeah,
I'm still there. Moral victory. Because
if the Jets win, I'm coming for your guys.
Kind of like the Titans beating the Jets. I kind of like it, but
yeah, I do too.
Okay, Brandon, who you got? Upset of the week and lock of the week.
Yeah, I'm still saying the same thing. The Titans beating the Jets. Even though Will Levis stinks and he's gonna throw more picks and touchdowns, I'm gonna keep saying it. And yeah, I just got the Titans.
Oh, well, one more, and I know Mike ain't gonna say it. I know Mike ain't gonna say it because he's a sucker for real. He already trust his team. But them, not Mike, but he might say it. The Saints versus the Cowboys. Hey man, listen, I ain't saying they're gonna win, but if you a bet man, take that plus money because they could damn sure not. They ain't gonna cover that 7. I'll tell you that much.
I said the Cowboys would win. By the way,
the Cowboys are winning this easy.
Saints might beat them. Saints might beat them. And then Mo, you come in here, you talk your shit, Mo.
Yes, they are.
Come talk your shit, Mo.
And I'm sitting there trying to tell people that they think that because Dak Prescott had a good game last week against the Browns.
Yeah.
Against the Browns. Yes, you can have a good game. Dude.
Browns ain't got elite enough. Shut up, Lonnie.
That's not the reason
why. Miles Garrett ain't elite. Lie.
This ain't last year.
Hold on.
All right. Let
Miles Garrett
Brandon,
just fell off.
Hold on. Let Brandon do his lock of the week. Who's your lock of the week?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Cowboys because the Cowboys are historic for these past like 6 to 7 years or so. They beat up on teams that are 500 or less, and I think that's what the Saints will be this year. Nah, man, I'm sorry, bro, but if Derek Carr has to play catch up, he's gonna stink. I've seen it happen so many years now. I just trust the Cowboys winning this game.
All right, fair enough.
Do we believe the Cowboys are good, or do we just believe that Deshaun Watson sucks that bad?
No, the Cowboys are good, bro. The Cowboys are gonna be good.
All right. Let me.
I don't think they'll be good this year.
Hold on. Let's get through everybody. I'm gonna get through my lock of the week and upset of the week. My lock of the week was Chargers beating the Panthers, of course, and then my upset of the week is Falcons beating the Eagles. I almost went Titans Jets, but I'm gonna go Falcons Eagles. Mo, upset of the week, lock of the week.
Lock will be the Eagles beating Atlanta. The upset will be the Patriots beating Seattle.
Okay.
I like that upset. That's a good upset, Mo.
Yeah.
Hefe, who you got? Upset of the week, lock of the week.
Lock of the week, Niners get the dub. Upset of the week, Packers pull it off.
Hell no.
Packers beat the Colts. Okay.
Now Malik Willis is quarterback.
It's an upset, bro.
Michael, who you got? Lock of the week.
Hey,
upset of the
just so
week.
y'all know in the chat, Hefe picked the Miami Dolphins last week, so don't trust his picks.
Okay, so lock of the week, I'm gonna go Niners over the Vikings, 100%, and then upset of the week, I'm going Atlanta over Philly.
Okay. And Lonnie, final boss, as he says.
I guess I have to
Lock
be-
of the week, upset of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be different. The lock is the Ravens beating the dog, whatever, out of the Raiders.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
the upset for me, I'm going out on a limb. The Cardinals beating the Rams.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Technically,
Honey, with
the
that left
Cardinals-
tackle, that
all
ain't too far. That ain't too far fetched.
Technically,
Marvin
the
Harrison,
Cardinals
Marvin
are
Harrison.
favored in that game. Technically, so I don't know how much of an upset it is.
Are they favored?
Yep.
Damn. I mean, I can pick another one.
It's no, the game is even. It's
Yeah,
even.
that's not really an upset. So try to.
Okay.
Try to
How about? Damn.
Come on the Atlanta
These
train.
seem pretty easy. I'll go with
Say the Saints beating the Cowboys.
You know what? I'm gonna be Hefe today. The Buccaneers beating the Lions.
Buccaneers
Ooh,
beating the
y'all better hope they don't have it.
Let's
Heavy
go.
gonna come hit the free.
Dang. Oh yeah, Hefe's gonna.
All
Yeah,
right.
Hefe's gonna go
Well,
crazy.
we
with that
got
one.
all of that out of the way. Any final words? Anything that, since you guys are late, want to get off your chest early? Just got a lot out of his chest. Lonnie too.
Oh, and I gotta say one thing. Like all jokes aside, I'm not trying to be funny at all, but our prayers gotta be with Tua, man. That head injury looked pretty severe. This is his fourth concussion now, I believe.
Yeah.
It's time to start thinking about like your long term, your future for Tua, because I understand you love the game of football. I understand you've been playing it since you were a kid, but man, you got to start thinking about the longevity of your health. A head injury is nothing to play with. We've seen the history. We've seen the studies show that you sustaining this many concussions can really cause trauma to your brain. And I think Tua is a great guy. I think he's a upstanding gentleman. I think he's been nothing but a pro since he got in the league. But I think I'm just gonna have my prayers with him. Whatever he decides, I'm with it. But I just want him to be healthy, and I just want him to really prosper in whatever he decides to do with his life. But I mean, my prayers are with him. Because,
Breaking news.
Yeah, that's just really sad.
Breaking news: Jamar Chase has decided not to discuss no more deals as far as the extension this season.
That's smart.
I have one. I have like a mini one.
Shout out. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say real quick. This is my last thing. Then I gotta go. Jalen Warren's gonna score a touchdown this week, and I'm saying that because my guy Kenneth Walker's probably not gonna play, so I'm starting Jalen Warren, and he's scoring a touchdown, and that's all I have to say. Deuces, my guys.
Get your ass out of here, Mike. Shout out, lighten the mood. Shout out first team IR, Martavius Brown, Hollywood, Christian McCaffrey, and Tua. First team IR.
Nasty. That's
First
nasty.
team IR is wild.
First team
Nasty.
IR. I ain't gonna lie too, man. This is my biggest thing to say. Hey, Kyler, get your bleepity bleep together and throw Marvin Harrison the ball. Don't be in no press conference talking about it ain't my job. You the quarterback. It is your job to get him the ball. All right. If you don't know how to get your receiver the ball, watch what's the quarterback over there in Arizona? That nigga be force feeding McMillan, dog. He makes sure McMillan get a pass every 3 snaps. The McMillan get the pass his way.
Yeah, but that's because they got nobody else. The Cardinals do have other people. Greg Dortch was cooking.
Man, stop it. The truth of the matter is, Kyler Murray's short ass can't see over the line, so it's hard for him to see on the outside. That's why he always get. That's why Trey Brown always eating because he can see the middle
You
of the field.
can't say Kyler Murray's short ass. We are part of that club, man. He's average.
But he's short for a quarterback. I wouldn't play quarterback in the National NFL, Brandon.
Say what?
I said I wouldn't play quarterback in the National NFL at 5'8", 5'9".
Well, had I known Kyler was gonna make it, I would have at least tried. Shit.
That's not my job.
Hey man,
Shut up.
Marvin Harrison also, like, I hear you guys say he should force feed, but also like it's sometimes just not a good idea to force feed.
You better do it this week versus the Cardinals. I mean, versus the Rams. You see how James Williamson ate.
No, you don't. Also, like Marvin Harrison is not the yak guy for him to just put the ball in his hands and go crazy.
He does have some yak to him though,
but he's not the yak guy. Greg Dortch is their better yak guy.
Well, Riddell, he's a 6'4" guy.
Maybe he might be a yak guy in the NFL.
Throw some jump balls to him in the end zone.
It doesn't even matter.
In the red zone, throw some jump balls to Marvin Harrison. Get his confidence.
Listen, Larry Fitzgerald was not a yak guy. He did get an 80-yard touchdown.
He threw it to DeMarvin and then he dropped the ball. So I mean,
don't Marv run a 4.3 or 4.4?
No.
Nobody's ever known.
He didn't run his 40.
He didn't run a 40.
He probably runs like a 4.5, man. I don't know why.
I mean,
Marvin likes that.
I see 4.45.
Get the ball in his hands, damn it.
4.5 to 4.6. Most of them do.
Jay Rice ran a 4.6. Get the ball to Marvin Adams.
They tracked Marvin Harrison's speed on the field last game, and it wasn't very fast, man.
No, but we tracked it.
Why would you run fast without the ball in your hand?
For your routes. What do you mean?
But hold on. In college, he ran 22 miles an hour
on their routes. Every elite receiver says they never run full speed on their routes. They never do that. That's like the worst thing to do as a receiver is to run full speed on your routes.
They take off after they get the ball.
Spot quicker so Kyler can get it out of his hands if he's getting pressure.
Still, you don't go full speed on your routes.
It depends on the route.
If you're going to say stuff at your press conference like, it ain't my job to get him the ball and that ain't in the game plan and all that.
That's like a bank teller
Maybe
saying,
it's not.
It ain't my job to count your money.
Then send Marvin Harrison over there to LA with Justin Herbert, who gonna feed him if that's the case.
Justin Herbert's not even feeding his guys. What do you mean?
What you mean? Lad McConkey had a good game last week.
Yeah, but he's not force feeding Lad. He's spreading it around.
So he didn't force feed Keenan McAllen when he had Keenan Allen? You tell me?
Keenan Allen was established in the NFL.
So you telling me? Okay. So Riddell, be honest. If Marvin Harrison got drafted to the Chargers, does he not get 10 targets?
Yes, because Keenan Allen is established.
Listen to me. If Marvin Harrison got drafted to the Chargers, does he not get 7 to 10 targets the first week?
Well, we thought that with Kyler, but apparently not.
No, he doesn't.
You tripping?
I'm not tripping.
How many targets did Lad McConkey get?
I don't know.
Didn't he have like 5?
I can look.
So he can have 5 targets. There you go. He's spreading it around. Plus, he has Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh likes to spread it around too. And lean on that run game.
Jim Harbaugh's a run.
McConkey had 7 targets.
Thank you. So you telling me he only gets those?
Oh, you said like 8 to 10, right?
No, I said 7 to 10. My exact words was 7 to 10.
I don't know. It depends if they put Marvin in the slot.
That's nasty. It ain't my job to get. Hey, Brandon, it's not my job as a baker to make cakes. That ain't my job.
As a bank teller, it ain't my job to count your money.
Come on, man. It ain't my job as a teacher to teach you a lesson. That ain't my job.
I feel like
it ain't my job to cook your food for you.
It ain't my job as a firefighter to put out fires. That ain't my job.
I feel like y'all are being a little too literal. Like, I think he meant
that's what he said. Like, did you watch the tape?
But you guys are being a little
and he was smug about it. Like, stop asking this question.
If the game plan is that Marvin is not the first read, then he's just not the first read.
But that's not even it, though, Rodell. You know,
yes, it is.
But see, you know, DeAndre Hopkins was pissed off at Kyler Murray too because he wasn't getting the ball.
Hey, K1, what you seeing out there, K1?
So what?
I don't know if this is.
I don't know if this is what the
K1.
I forgot about that. Ask the nigga what he see.
I was so upset. What
you see out there?
And Kyler was like, "Bro, I'm gonna get you the ball.
So he knows for not getting star receivers the ball. So Brandon, Riddell. DeAndre Hopkins was an established vet, one of the best receivers in the league at the time. What was that? What was excuse then?
No, the ability to throw the ball all the time, but no, what?
Let me tell you something, Lonnie. If your receiver don't want the ball all the time, he ain't a good receiver.
I get what you're saying, but
Jerry Rice was pissed when T.O. got them 20 catches on his last game. To this day, he's mad about it.
No, I get it, but I'm saying what Kyler was also saying, like, which I don't like. I think he was also kind of putting it on the offensive coordinator, saying basically like how like the schemes like it's set up, so like if he's not supposed to be the main read, then it's not my job. Like he was basically saying like, the offensive coordinator.
They literally said, was he not open? I mean, were they doing a good job of covering? He said, no, I wasn't.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It wasn't double team. I just wouldn't get a nigga the ball. That's exactly what he's saying.
Early, what I'm saying is that he was basically saying like, oh, if like Marvin wants the ball more, then the offensive coordinator should call more plays for him. He was like,
well, that's fair. That's fair, actually. Yeah, that's a fair thing to say.
That don't even make sense.
Which I think is still bad.
Hey, Brandon,
saying
Brandon, be for real.
He still gotta throw the ball to the open guy, though, bro.
You got to.
That's what I'm saying. It's bad that he said that.
It should be a clock in your head. Okay, look, we didn't win 5 snaps without getting Marvin the ball. Let me at least look his way this next snap to see what's going on over there. Like, that's your job as a quarterback. All the good quarterbacks do that, dog.
No, him saying that
Marvin is not
him saying that is telling me that he can't go through his progressions.
No, he was going through his progressions, but sometimes Kyler, Marvin wasn't open. Simple as that.
But my thing is, I think
okay, just one play. I hear you, but it's just one play.
Kyler ain't who y'all think he is. That's what it really is.
Kyler played very well in that game. Just because he's not throwing to Marvin, he's not who we think he is.
We need to start having that conversation.
I'm not saying that
because his attitude is starting to piss me off too.
Oh, fair. I'm not mad at you saying that.
Paid the most on the team.
Oh my God, he blitzed everybody.
All I'm saying is like to have a rookie like Marvin Harrison Jr., the hype he has. Okay, you talking to one time, cool. But this game, you need to scheme him open. He needs at least 6 or 7 targets. You can't just your number 1 draft pick, mind you, in this entire draft, and you can't just sit there and let him go with 1 catch. And the next game, he goes for 4 catches or something like that. You need to feed him a little bit. You need to give him
first week. The first week is always weird. Now, if it happens,
I understand that.
Where
but
he gets like
the second week,
1 or 2 catches, then it's gonna be like
he needs to have no.
I mean, I hear you. Should he get schemed more? Maybe, perhaps.
It's the first week, so I'm not tripping off.
What y'all not understanding is this:
Rasul Douglas was also shadowing Marvin Harrison.
It's not a problem that he didn't get him the ball. A problem is when they report his action, you say that. Let's be honest. A real leader as a quarterback, a Patrick Mahomes, even I even say even a Joe Burrow, even a Lamar Jackson. They say, "Hey man, what was up with the situation with Marvin Harrison? He only got 3 targets." You know what a legit quarterback says? A veteran says? A real leader? You know what? That's my fault. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's my fault. He should have been looked at more. That's my fault. It's unacceptable. I'll do my best to get the ball. That is something that a Patrick Mahomes would say, you know what? I'll take the blame for that. That's my fault. I should have gotten the ball. I should have looked way more. Like, that's what a real leader does.
Even a pro.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't my job. Like, that ain't got to do with me, nigga.
Yeah,
that's what he
I don't think
said.
that's appropriate to say. I don't think it's appropriate to say as your teammate, as a leader, as your established person that you are, and you've been on that team for X amount of years, and you have Marvin Harrison Jr., who's a rookie, mind you, and he's not vocal either. He's a rookie. He leads by example. So you can't just go
every other
that.
Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff.
Like that. Yeah.
Hey Jared, I'm already saying, bro, I got 3 targets this week, man. What's going on? You know what, guys? That's my fault. I take the blame of that. I ain't even realize we got to do a better job of scheming him in the game plan. We got to do a better job. My fault. You take the blame, nigga. You the quarterback. That's why they don't like your ass. That's why the last coach didn't like your ass in the first place, saying you wasn't reading tape, nigga. It was in your contract. Oh, I'm done with Kyler. I'm done with Kyler.
Put things in perspective. Although I do agree that Kyler's not the greatest leader. I do agree to that. It's also like the only time that question makes sense is if the guy's an established guy. Like Marvin is not established. He just has a lot of hype coming into the draft. We don't know who he's going to be in the NFL yet. So, like, if it's like a Travis Kelce, then yeah, I got it.
Hell no. Even if he is one of the greatest receiver prospects we've seen in 20 years. Even though he's a rookie, if you're a real leader, Marvin is there to stay. They want Marvin to be the next fucking Larry Fitzgerald, okay? So if that's the case.
Damn, he was capping so much he got cooked. Tough.
No, like I said, it's week 1. Week 1 is usually always weird. It usually does not mean anything.
Absolutely.
You really don't get the identity of a team until like at least week 4.
Week 4 at least, yeah.
So I'm not, and it's also like you can call it rookie hazing or rookie trust or whatever. Like if he doesn't want to trust the brand new rookie the first week of the season, that's whatever. Like now, like I said, like if this week, if tomorrow and the next week we see the 2-3 targets, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets or whatever,
Now we got a problem.
Then we got a problem. Then like week 1, I'm not gonna like
Did someone kick me?
No, dude.
Oh well, I'm just saying like, you can't say that he's
The
not a
NFL
leader.
gods thought you were capping, and they
No, you can't say that he's not. My thing is this: even though Marvin Harrison is a rookie, he's one of the greatest prospects we've seen in 20 years. So it's your job, Kyler, because you're the vet on this team, to say, you know what, that was my fault. Whatever y'all talk about behind closed doors, y'all talk about behind closed doors. But you can't say Kyler Murray ain't a leader and then say didn't say that he's going to be a good quarterback, because there are no quarterbacks who weren't leaders who were winners. It don't even go in the same sentence. You know who else wasn't a good leader? Ryan Leaf. You know who else wasn't a good leader? Jamarcus Russell. You know who else wasn't a good leader? Like every quarterback I named,
better than all these guys, man.
But you don't win, Riddell. You do not win in this league as a quarterback when you're not a leader. Deshaun Watson was not a leader. He was all ability. And when that ability went away, we shit on him for a reason. The only reason Jameis Winston is still in the NFL because he's a great team guy. He's a great team guy.
Whoa.
Somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
Now,
Please tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, but he's not good.
As much as I liked Jameis Winston coming out of college,
But he's a great teammate. It ain't about Brand. I know his ability ain't shit. He's a great teammate.
No. I'm not talking ability.
He's good for the locker room.
No. They do not treat him with respect in that locker room, point blank, period. And if you think he gets some respect, ask Gerald McCoy and Deshaun Jackson when he did that eat the W thing. Jameis Winston was a bad
example. I watched that, John, bro. They cooked him, bro.
Because it was goofy, man.
But them are vets when he was young. What I'm talking about, the fact he's able to keep a job is because he's not confrontational. He's not problematic.
He's not problematic, but he's not a leader.
And Jameis Winston gonna be a great coach one day. I hope y'all know that.
You said what?
He's gonna be a great coach one day. I promise you. If it's offensive, if it's the quarterback, he'll be a great coach one day.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
And he's gonna get 5 pregame speeches.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't think he has the mental capacity to be a great coach. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We'll see. I don't see that. I don't see that far. Warren Sapp had it, and Warren Sapp is that they say he's a damn good coach over there. But my thing is, again, Kyler Murray, you cannot be considered a winning quarterback in this league and not be a leader, dog. You just can't, bro. Especially when you in a division where you got a lot of good quarterbacks. Brock Purdy on his way. Matthew Stafford is still there. Like, you cannot do that in your division, dog. So my thing is, you can't sit there and say stuff like, again, it was no point. We killed Shador Sanders for coming out and just saying stuff when he did. Like, what was the point of saying that? What was the point of saying that? Oh, it ain't my that was so arrogant, bro. It ain't my job.
I'm with you.
Mind you, Marvin Harrison sitting there like being nice. Oh, I ain't have.
Kyler is not a great leader. We understand this. Kyler's not a great leader.
You better be lucky. You better go Marvin Harrison receivers. They come once.
Mike's expression.
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello? Yeah,
we can hear you.
No, so my thing is this. Niggas like Marvin Harrison, they come once a blue moon. You say niggas like DeAndre Hopkins want the ball too much. Niggas like Stephon Diggs want the ball too much. There are so many receivers that want the ball too much. You see AJ Brown get mad. You seen Justin Jefferson come out and say he don't know what's going on in the quarterback situation. A lot of the best receivers in the league, they want the damn ball.
Will Levis is the greatest cracker of all time.
Marvin Harrison.
Listen. Those Marvin Harrison, those Reggie Waynes, those.
See, all right. Can I say my thing for the week or whatever?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
One second. My girl keep calling.
Huh?
His girl keeps calling.
All right.
Go ahead, Lonnie.
Early, you're cooked. Lonnie, go.
The Bears and Texans game, I think it's gonna be like a foreshadowing because, like I said, the next 2-3 years, they might with the teams that they have right now, I could see the Bears and Texans in the Super Bowl within the next 2-3 years facing each other. So Caleb and CJ, this is gonna be like the beginning of maybe something crazy.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Early, just let it go. You're cooked. You're cooked.
You're still like cutting in and out early.
Let it go.
You're
He said, "Let it go." You're cooked.
You know, I'm with you, Lonnie. I'm with you. I'm definitely gonna watch the tape for the Marvin stuff, and I do think the Bears could low key sneak a win because of how good the defense is. If Caleb becomes then they could win the game.
I wouldn't touch that.
Ask Mo how good that defense is. You fucker.
Well, like I said, like
25
Marvin, he only
points
had
off
4
me.
targets. It's only week 1. Like week 1's always a weird week. I'm not gonna like say like.
But Lonnie,
Always.
the biggest thing is that most receivers in this league who have been great are ball hungry, dog. So when you get a Marvin Harrison, there's only a few, bro. There's only been a few Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald. Like when you get a receiver who don't say too much, bro, and just you know he'll get the opportunity.
Well, those receivers, I'm sure, didn't drop the ball when they got thrown to them.
Oh, you are all right. You are nasty. I tell you what though. At least Marvin Harrison had a bad week because his quarterback wasn't throwing in the ball. On the other end, another guy who was drafted after him just came out and said he don't know what's going on back there. So that's what I mean. Because he can easily say some shit like that, but no. So we know who the real harder player is, and we'll know in 10 years who really the one and who.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, because he's going to be the best rookie this year, the best rookie next year, the best rookie after that.
Brian Thomas. Respect Brian Thomas.
Exactly, bro. You're lying. Malik Neighbors won't even be top 5 receiver rookies this year. He ain't gonna be over Lang. He won't be over Brian Thomas. He won't.
He's already leading the league in receiving yards. He's already leading the rookies in receiving yards. He's already
one game right now. We're doing that.
Yeah, and that is a game where Daniel Jones played like a terror.
Right now. Put 50 on it, he won't be top 5.
Last week.
Put 50 on it, he won't be top 5 rookie yards this year.
You still got guys like Worthy and all that. Worthy can
rookie yards.
No, Brandon, be quiet. Put 50 on it.
Malik will be top 5 in rookie
yards. He will not be top 5 rookie yards this year.
Let's do it. 50 top 5 rookie yards. Let's do it.
Receiving yards. Bet 50.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Nigga. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I get him on this?
That was a little bit of a pause, but I don't even know what motion that was, man.
It's a shake hand motion.
No, it was okay. So now in the camera, it looks bad.
Like pubic hair.
The camera looks bad. It does.
No.
It looks bad. Maybe if you go up here with it, no, it still doesn't work. Anyway, but can I get on this bet though? Like, I'd like to get on this. No,
I'm sorry.
Whose side you on, Brandon?
No, I was agreeing that Malik Neighbors. I don't think he'll be top 5.
Early about to kill everything, bro.
Me neither.
You don't
I'm
think
looking at Brandon. I'm looking at Xavier Worthy. Brian Thomas gonna be a star receiver over there.
Lad.
You better watch out for Lad McConkey. Marvin Harrison will catch up. Like it's a lot of niggas. Roma dudes there over there. Keenan Allen hurt. Rome might be the number 2 for the next couple weeks.
Roma's hurt too. What?
Yeah, he is hurt too.
Damn. Oh yeah, he is hurt. Yeah,
he is hurt.
Oh, this is easy money, bro. Malik is about to win me so much money this year because of early.
He probably even top 5. He probably in top 5 so far.
He's number 1.
He is. He's number 1.
All right, that's what. How many yards he got?
He had like 67 or 57.
Weekend. He
had that much with Daniel Jones playing like dog water. Just imagine when he doesn't play like that.
Now, are we doing the injury clause thing or what?
Well, if Malik Neighbors gets injured, then yeah, I'm not paying nobody.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, this is not
Give me. Hold up. My only 2 is this: if Marvin Harrison get hurt or Brian Thomas get hurt, I'm banking.
Yeah. On the flip side, if Brian Thomas and Marvin Harrison get hurt, if more than 2 guys get hurt, fuck out of here.
You have to establish.
Wait.
Hold on. To be fair,
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Wait till AR-15 stop peeping Aiden Mitchell. Wait till his eyes start getting on Aiden Mitchell.
Aiden Mitchell's not a top 3 receiver on the team right now. What do you mean?
No, he's not. When Josh Downs comes back,
hold on, guys. To be fair to everybody, you, Brandon and Early, you guys have to name at least 5 or 6 receivers that you think are going to be ahead of him. Because it
don't matter. He just ain't got to be top 5. I ain't got to name nobody over him. No, he's going to be top 5.
This is easy money, bro. This is. And also, even if Marvin and Brian Thomas Jr. get injured, as long as Malik Neighbors is top 3, then he would have been top 5 regardless. So that doesn't really work.
It's only those 2 that have the injury clause, right? Only Brian Thomas and
them 2 for me.
Okay. But it depends on circumstance. Because if Malik Neighbors is number 1, then regardless if Marvin and Brian Thomas is injured, he would have been top 5.
No, how the hell does that make sense?
I'm telling you. Well, Riddell, let's do this. Riddell. In your honest opinion, do you think Malik Neighbors will be number one?
If I had to, if more, I can't guarantee it. Obviously,
Yeah, we know.
So what do you realistically think he'll be at?
I think Malik. Oh crap! I missed a field goal. No, yo, distracted me. I'm about to lose this game. Malik Neighbors, I think, can be number one. Do I think he will be? If I had a bet on anybody, it would be Neighbors, or it would be.
So you think he'll be two? You think he'll be two for sure?
Actually, there's a lot of people it could be. I would. I can't guarantee you being one, but I think he can be.
So you think he'll be two, at minimum?
I think he'll be top 2, 3, minimum. Yeah.
Okay. I'll bet you he won't be top 3 then. How about that?
No, I'm already taking a bet early. That's easier.
Nah, top 5. I'm cool with top 5. I'm literally cool with top 5.
You know,
I don't think he will be.
You got to play your cards right. You know.
I don't think he will be. I'm banking on Xavier Word, banking on Brian Thomas, and I think Xavier Word gonna be number 1 by the end of the year. That's what I honestly think.
He could be. Well, it depends on how they.
He has a great situation there because it doesn't
Brian
have
Thomas.
to be just him. It could be him and Rasheed Rice and all that. He can still get off. Brian Thomas has a tough because he doesn't have a tough. I think it'd be
no, he's not. No. Brian Thomas number 1 over there. I ain't gonna lie to you. He might be.
I know, but they have.
Word he gonna get. The reason why I say Word, I think Brian Thomas gonna lead rookie receivers and reception.
Jalen, I don't know what you're doing here. We are about to end
Xavier Word be one of those 80-yard bomb guys. So Xavier Word had 50 catches this year for 1,000 yards. Like he one of them niggas, like them Deshaun Jackson niggas. If you watch Deshaun Jackson numbers, Deshaun ain't never get you 100 catches. Deshaun was 67 catches for 1,300 yards. Like that's how Xavier Word gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else? I know Jalen just showed up, but we're about to end the show. So anything else?
God damn it.
Yeah, we out of here.
All right. Close us out, Mr. Lake Cofield.
Let me just be nice. Jaden, do you have something you want to say before we go?
Archie Manning is better than Shador. He is the one. Archie Manning is the next coming.
That's all we got to say.
Arch Manning.
Even though he did go off, Jalen, can you tell me who Archie Manning was playing against?
Arch.
Oh, Arch.
Yeah,
Arch.
No, I get it. It was
Archie's
bad
is,
competition.
No. Let Jalen spit. No, Jalen spit.
Easy one.
Because he played
But
awesome.
did Shador cook
tell me
too?
the team he played against.
Look, I just think Arch.
What happened to Quentin Ewers?
He should be starting.
He got hurt.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Here it goes. The football gods want another Manning in the NFL. The football gods are talking.
It's time.
No, think about it. If it was in any other college situation other than Texas, I mean, there's a few, but like
that's what I'm saying. Q English Shador cooking right now. So I'm like, what are we talking about?
Now, I think, but don't you think Arch? He could be a starting caliber quarterback for a top 25 team in the country.
Well, the thing is, he was supposed to start this year, but because remember, Quinn Ewers was originally thinking about leaving.
Yeah. Why did he come back? Why did Quinn come back?
Because you see how good Texas is going to be, nigga.
Because the draft class was so strong. If it was this year's draft class last year, he would have left.
He couldn't guarantee he was going to be first round if he went to this draft class.
I hear you. I'm surprised.
I'll tell you this much.
He didn't go to another.
Archie gonna be a baller regardless, but Shador is doing great. So, but Archie gonna, and let's be real. Let's be real, Jalen. Don't do this because if Shador played for Texas, but I won't have that conversation.
It don't
I'm
matter.
not here.
He don't run like Arch. He don't got that shifty like Arch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Arch got that. What's their father name? What was their father name?
Archie.
Cooper.
Oh, his father. I don't know.
No, his father's Cooper, and he obviously got the speed from him.
No. What was Peyton? Peyton played for
Archie was their father. Archie.
Oh yeah, Archie. He got that Archie in him. He's the Archie. Niggas don't know about Archie in New Orleans. He had feet. That thing got busy in the backfield.
Because let's be real. What do you call it? Like Peyton and Eli weren't athletes. Arch is actual athlete. He's a legit athlete.
Yeah,
I watched Peyton. I watched Peyton take a whole half of football to run 10 yards for a touchdown. So slow. God damn it, Donald!
His dad was a receiver, Cooper Manning. Someone.
Yeah. He got the speed from Cooper.
Yeah. No, he got the speed from Arch. Archie was like that.
Peyton and Eli said,
and Archie had a bad old line in New Orleans, but he used to get busy. Go watch his highlights. He used to get busy.
Archie's dad was athletic, but then he got some back condition or it was some weird.
Yeah. It was the back thing, and that's why he couldn't play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cooper's your favorite brother. He's your brother. He's the favorite brother, low key.
Favorite brother.
He is. He's hilarious. You see him? He was doing the NFL like now. He should be an analyst. But low key,
it can happen up on the Manning cast, man.
Low key, that whole family's hilarious. I didn't know Peyton and Eli were that hilarious. They're both hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
Peyton wasn't funny commercials throughout his whole career. I feel like Peyton always had a personality.
Peyton hosted SNL and was hilarious. Go Google Peyton SNL skit.
Yeah, no, Peyton been funny. Peyton been funny. Yeah, Peyton been funny.
Peyton the GOAT.
Yeah, Peyton has his comedic timing is it's Will Ferrell-ish sometimes. Like he got great comedic timing.
I hear you. No, that's true. Quick question: what's the leash on Bryce Young? How many more starts does he get?
I'm hearing rumors that they might want to give, him to Miami and get some picks for him.
Hey, if I'm Tua, I walk away.
You are making that up.
If I'm Tua,
I for real. I'm hearing some rumors that they might want to get to Miami.
Guys, we got to pray for the Browns to go in like cap purgatory and they just start giving up guys. Because man, do I want Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward bad boy? Oh my God. Just give him up, please.
Myles Garrett to the Falcons. Let's do it.
Does Deshaun Watson have the worst quarterback? The worst contract in the history of football.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems it might go down one of the worst contracts in history of sports.
No, it is the worst because it's fully guaranteed. It's fully guaranteed.
Yeah, it's true. It might be the worst contract in sports.
Since Albert Hainsworth, even Albert Hainsworth contract don't even look that bad right now.
I ain't gonna lie. Tua, depending on how Tua work out, it's gonna be up there too because they paid that man. He gonna still walk away with at least 90 million. Even if he retire, he walk away with 98 million.
But early with Tua, I think they'll have like insurance cover too if he walks up because of the.
Wait, does Tua have any playoff wins?
No, I don't think.
He only went to the playoffs twice. The first time he was injured, so he didn't get to play in the playoffs, and the second time it was the freezing game against the Chiefs. So
at least the Dolphins could say, "Hey, we made it. Like we went to the playoffs with him. He played in a playoff game." They can't even say that about Deshaun.
And I mean, when Tua's healthy,
it's only like half the amount of guaranteed.
Yeah, when Tua's healthy, he's still mid. Moving on.
At least they can say Tua played good as a quarterback. They can't say that about Deshaun.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm be honest with you. Nasty tape before we go. 5 years from now, Joe Burrow won't be in the league no more. Tua won't be in the league no more.
Whoa, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Listen to me. And 5 years from now, listen to me. Joe Burrow will not be in the league no more. Tua will not be in the league no more. Deshaun Watson will not be in the league no more. Daniel Jones will not be in the league no more. And that last one is a doozy. But I got to be honest. I got to be very, 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 very honest.
Let's hear it.
Jared Goff won't be in the league no more neither. All right, y'all. That's having our time. This has been.
I can see Burrow not being in the league no more because he get hit too much.
This has been open.
We skipped over Will Levis.
Hold on.
Joe Burrow going to be a two-time Super Bowl.
Early. Don't end the show because we got another late person.
Jesus Christ. Let's go, guys.
It's the late night.
I blame late Cofield for all of this. Why are y'all just showing up at the end of the show?
Niggas can't just come when they want to come, man.
It's after hours open field right now.
Look, chill. Can y'all hear me?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, hold up. I just got done with a double overtime game in Pee Wee football. I'm exhausted just to keep my my squad 4-0.
Oh, you were refereeing?
Huh?
Were you refereeing or coaching?
I'm coaching.
You called him a referee.
Why the hell would I referee anything?
Some sort of call.
I wanted to strangle some kids today. That's how
being
bad.
a ref
I was like,
sucks,
I can't do this no more. I'm sorry, but I know I heard early getting nasty, and I said, let me come on here and try to shut stuff down. Just end the show. Just end the show before he says something else.
Yeah.
Wait, why Joe Burrow?
Everybody's showing up to get their piece off random, so you get to show up and get your.
Christian McCaffrey's out of here too.
Look,
yeah, he can't.
Okay, if you want to go 5 years, first things first. Saying 5 years from now that Joe Burrow is not going to be in the league is absolutely asinine.
All right. You gonna find out. I'm gonna tell you right now. Joe Burrow is one of them guys. He gonna end up just like Carson Wentz. I'm telling y'all right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Carson Wentz. Good luck, bro. Good luck too.
Hold on. Early.
I'm not saying that Joe Burrow's fault. I'm not saying
I would like to reclaim my time.
I'm not saying it's Joe Burrow's fault. But
let
he
Randall
didn't-
get his take off. He deserves to get his take off.
Carson Wentz is literally going from team to team as a backup. Why would Joe Burrow not live that life?
I don't think
They
he
don't
lives that
even
life.
play the
That's
same.
the thing.
Dude.
I don't think Joe Burrow built like that. I think Joe Burrow, once he become the guy who can't get a start, Joe Burrow gone. He ain't gonna do that.
Where's your evidence for that?
Injury history.
There's
I think Joe Burrow,
plenty
I
of
hate to be
people-
nasty. I think Joe Burrow gets hurt. Because, bro, that O-line ain't changed. I think Joe Burrow gets hurt again this year.
Okay, but we've seen people in Joe Burrow's position before still stay in the league because somebody's willing to give them money. But
again, I don't think Joe Burrow becomes the guy who sits in the league as a backup. I don't think he built like that.
You would have said that. You would have said that about a lot of people who didn't.
No, but
you would
name a
have said
guy
that
I
about
wouldn't say that about that did that in their career.
the way Carson Wentz was
Stop
being
it. Carson
portrayed.
Wentz came out.
Hold on,
If you know anything about Carson Wentz, his character was low. Come on, man. Brandon, next one. Carson Wentz was low.
I like to reclaim my time.
Let Randall finish, sir. Mr. Lincoln.
What we were hearing about Carson Wentz, how he was a bad teammate, how he really thought his ish didn't stink, all that.
He was a crybaby.
You would have thought that he did not want to be a backup, that once he became a backup, he'd be done. But guess what? They're giving out $5 million for backup quarterbacks, and he ain't making that money nowhere else. So
Joe Burrow
I'm
don't do
stay in
that.
the league.
Joe Burrow gonna do other stuff.
Brock Osweiler did that for years after he left Peyton.
You naming niggas that's not on his level.
Who cares?
Right.
Early, what I'm trying to tell you is that being a backup quarterback affords you $5 million a year. If you're good enough backup quarterback, you're getting $7 million. Find me another place where you're making that money and you don't get hit.
Exactly.
I don't think Joe Burrow has to do that the same way Cam didn't have to do that.
Cam was first of all, Cam was different. Cam was different, and he was also forced out. Nobody's forcing Joe Burrow out the league.
Joe Burrow gonna stop playing. I'm telling y'all right now. Just know I named my 5 quarterbacks and I'm standing on it.
Wait, Joe Burrow, is it because of injuries early? Is it because of injuries?
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow will be one of them guys who's like an Andrew Luck that after a while, in the next 5 years, if he get 2 or 3 more seasons where he ain't playing and he getting injured, he's done. I'm telling you,
Andrew Luck is the anomaly, not the norm. You can say all that all you want. It's the norm. It literally.
So then, you know what's crazy? You say that because the norm is actually the Derek Carrs, the Andrew Lucks, who literally come into a league with bad online. They actually do retire early, so it's not the norm. Name me another line as bad. Name me another line who's been as bad as his.
Early. Sure, bad. Sure, people come in have bad lines. Derek Carr hasn't retired early. Kirk Cousins didn't retire early. David Carr didn't retire early.
Andrew Luck might have had like
Derek Carr
is the anomaly.
Derek Carr is still a starting quarterback in the NFL, bro. What we talking about?
It don't matter. You're saying that what you said. You named all these people who come in with bad O lines. None of them retired early that we can name off the top of our head, except for Andrew Luck.
And I think
Matt Stafford had a bad O line. He didn't retire early. Like, what are you talking about?
I think Joe Burrow be the second one.
Like. Sure. I mean, even to answer your question from Thursday about why the Dolphins paid him, why the Dolphins paid Tua, the same reason the Cowboys paid Tua, the same reason the Cowboys paid Dak, because there's nobody else on the market that's better.
But Andrew Luck was still in the league today. Would he be the second best quarterback in the league?
I'm not the biggest Dak fan, but let's stop acting like Dak and
Dak and Tua
like that
narrative
is fucking 2016ish.
Dak and Tua have accomplished the exact same thing.
Dak is a better quarterback than Tua. Dak is a better quarterback than Tua.
Camera's going crazy.
That don't matter. It's fine. It's fine.
Dak is a better quarterback than Tua.
It don't matter. He's better.
You got to
say
both in the regular season for that. You got to say in the regular.
What if they both accomplished early? That makes you have this kind of.
They both went crazy in the regular season. They
both went crazy in the regular season. One guy just has one more playoff win. Their resumes aren't that much different.
You know how I know it is? Because when Tua got paid, everybody was saying, was that the right decision? Didn't nobody scoff when Dak became the highest paid quarterback in the league? No one really scoffed. Like no one really.
That's absolute cap.
That's cap, bro. Come on.
The only reason we talk about that much because Jerry Jones, who loves his players, loves them, drags his feet. The last 2 times
You're
you
not,
have to
and
pay
then
Dak.
you're being nasty because you're talking
I'm
about
not being nasty. That's what happened.
This is where you're
early.
being nasty. Dak is in a
Where?
situation, and I gotta defend Dak on you niggas. Dak is in a situation where the odds are literally stacked against him.
Get the
They're
fuck out of
doing
here. I'm stacked
everything
against him.
right
Yes,
now
everything
to make
makes
you
a
a
lot of
winner.
This is
Don't
crazy.
even do
Stop.
that.
Stop.
shit.
Stop.
Don't
Early.
start that.
Early.
Don't start
Dak
this.
is
Hold
one
on.
of the
Hold
best
on, Brandon.
situations
Y'all
in the
want to start
league.
this situation shit.
Dak
Early.
has the
Stop.
worst
When Dak
odds stacked
walked
against him.
into the league, when Dak walked to the league, he had
Brandon,
the
does he?
best-
Does he not?
Early. Stop.
What?
Early.
Nah,
I said,
Dak's
Stop.
one of the
doesn't
best.
Dak have the
Bro,
worst odds
listen
stacked
to me.
against him?
This is
No,
crazy.
stop. Here's what I'm gonna get you.
No.
Here's
Hold
what I'm gonna
on.
get you with this stat.
This dude is acting like when Dak from the
Like
moment
Dak has
when
it hard or something. He
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. Brent, when Dak walked into the league, he was given the best O-line, arguably the best running
I'm
back.
not
in the league.
talking about that. I'm not talking about that because you can have all that.
Early stop.
He got
You can have all that.
Early
but
stop.
But if your
He is not.
organization,
You are treating him. What are these things that are working against
Why are
him?
we
He has a
coddling this guy?
fantastic. He
Why
has
are we
arguably
coddling
one.
him?
He has arguably one of the, if not the best receiver in the game. You act like he's given subpar
the
weapons.
best
when he's
receiver
not.
in the game, but the other nigga don't have an arguably best receiver. He got the best receiver in the game. What are you talking about? You don't want to do this with Tua, dog.
CeeDee Lamb's in the same tier. What are we talking about? Just because Tyreek Hill's better, that doesn't mean
CeeDee Lamb is not the same tier as Tyreek Hill.
Semantics. They both got elite receivers.
They're both great.
CeeDee Lamb is not. First of all, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, by themselves.
That's fine, but they're both elite.
They're both elite receivers.
CD is on that level with AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, like those guys. Like that, those are the guys that he's in level with. No, literally, Justin Jefferson
this is such a bad
and
take by you,
Tariq are by themselves. That's like Randy and T.O. when they was in the league.
Hold on, Brandon. Early is acting like Dak has to carry the poor and
this nigga random get rewinded on VHS
playoff games when he has when Jerry Jones has surrounded him with talent. It's not like he's carrying bumps to the playoffs, bro. He has
all of
talent
a sudden,
around.
I want to watch Star Wars Revenge of the Jedi.
Who's never controlling random when they VHS, please pause the tape. Listen,
like, bro, like that. I'll fix my camera later, but you don't have to lie about the things
Terminator
that Dak's
2
going
VHS.
through.
Do you think Dak is a better quarterback than Tua, or Tua's a better quarterback than Dak?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right, and we doing that. We ain't gonna say nobody better than nobody.
No. You just said
they're
that
both in the
was
same
having it
tier.
hard. He's not. Bro.
They're both great regular season quarterbacks who have not accomplished enough in the playoffs. You penalized Tua for his one chance that he played in the playoffs under subpar conditions. Yet every time Dak sees Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, he loses. Every time Dak sees San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs, he loses. Yet you've never.
Every time he plays in the playoffs, he's terrible.
He's bad. You penalized Tua for the one time he played. You
They're
penalized
equally
him.
the same.
Yet Dak
quarterback
has
in the
shown
playoffs.
you repeatedly that he cannot get it done in the playoffs. Yet you've never attacked Dak the same way you've attacked Tua. You've never done it.
Average in the playoffs.
There might be.
Time out. Now listen, I'm defending Dak in this moment, but if we're gonna lie and say Earl don't shit on Dak, come on, bro, stop it, bro.
Nobody said you don't.
You just said
nobody said you don't crap
I
on him,
always
bro.
attack Dak. Ask Michael Baldino. My thing is that when we're talking about Tua versus Dak, I'm going with Dak. And why I say I'm going with Dak is you're right. I've been the one to say Dak had the best situation. I've been the one to say Dak has had some of the best situations since he came to the league. I'm talking about ownership, coach. He does not. The ownership and coach do not believe in Dak. Tua's ownership and coach love him.
Yeah,
that doesn't
Brian
matter.
Ford. What are you talking about?
How do they not believe in him when he's been?
Now, Riddell, stop being nasty now. Mike McDaniels loves Tua.
What if they never believed in
Mike
Dak?
McCarthy,
they believe in Dak. Dak was the starting quarterback for like 8 years.
I don't think that
they
don't. Every time Dak has gotten his money, they were forced to pay him his money. What are we talking about?
Jerry Jones always waits to pay his players.
No, he didn't wait.
He waited with CD. He waited with Dak before.
So stop lying.
We are not going to sit here and pretend like Jerry
Jones. He didn't wait to pay the Marcus Ware. So stop lying. When he believes in you, he pays you right away. So don't tell that lie.
This man bringing up DeMarcus Ware. I didn't know it was 2012 already. What are you
talking
about?
But he hasn't paid Micah.
He hasn't paid Micah. When all of us know that deal should be damn near sent it to Micah.
But the only reason he hasn't played Micah because that nigga getting spanked right now. You got to pay Dak, Micah, and City in the same breath. He probably should take a breather.
It's Jerry's fault because he waited. That's the only problem. If you pay these guys before the price becomes too high, when you're watching the Sun God get a contract, then you're watching other receivers get contracts. Guess what, Brandon? What happens when you watch other receivers get contracts? The price gets higher for you when you could have done it earlier and not paid the extra money that you now have to pay. That's Jerry Jones's fault. But we're not going to sit here and act like Jerry Jones is trash at being a GM. He always gives Dak talent. He just can't win with them in the playoffs.
Look, in the past 7 years, there's probably like eight to 10 quarterbacks who would have won a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. There's legitimately
Micah,
8 quarterbacks who would have won a Super Bowl with that.
Listen. Let me put this in perspective for you guys. When Micah's rookie season, I can't remember when that was. 2021, I don't know. But anyway, he had 10 plus sacks, and Trayvon Diggs had 10 interceptions. CeeDee Lamb had like 1,200 yards. That defense was stacked, and that offense was stacked top to bottom. And they still got bounced first round. Like, bro, at some point, we got to hold Dak accountable for having this great team.
So we said Dak. So we said Dak and Tua suck, right?
You said what?
Dak and Tua suck.
I ain't bringing up Tua. I'm talking about Dak.
So what about Tua? What about Tua then?
No, I don't care nothing about that.
Once again, Brandon, this is what Early's doing.
Exactly.
What happened? Describe the conditions that Tua played in the first and only time he played in the playoffs. Or else, if not, you can wait and I can ask Riddell, because Riddell's told you plenty of times, but you refuse to listen.
What does that matter?
Playing in minus 20 degrees.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What do you mean shut the fuck up, Early? People
First of all, you sound stupid as hell, because his record under 70 degrees is like fucking 1-12. So don't even do that. Like, that don't even matter.
Going to that game,
it don't matter 20 degrees. It don't matter if it was 50 degrees. Eat some shit if it ain't hot outside.
People died. People literally died going to that game. Dak would have sucked in those conditions.
Well,
Dak would have sucked.
You know who didn't suck it below degree weather? Eli Manning won against the Packers, minus 14. Yeah. Tom Coughlin nose was red.
Don't fall for this. This is what he does. He tries to get you emotional.
You notice how he's moving the goalposts. He's trying to notice how he's moving the goalposts. He knows he can't respond to me. I'm not falling for it. What does Eli Manning have to do with any of this?
We did not bring up Eli Manning. We talking about Dak.
No, Brad, I'm asking Early. What does Eli Manning have to do with any of this?
Because you said my thing is this: you got a nerve to sit there and catch. You got a nerve.
Oh no, I'm getting
all right.
Here.
We're gonna do this.
Let me switch over here.
You guys have a good night.
Somebody that does not matter.
Yeah, look at
him. Let me switch over here to somebody that does not matter.
And Larry Cofield is gone. All right, well,
from Tua to Dak to Eli Manning. How
do we get there?
Guys, his whole thing is if he's losing an argument, he wants to bring some emotion out of you to just bring things in disarray. That's all he does. That's all he does. Don't fall for it.
Do with it. Congratulations. Congratulations to Eli.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
GOAT. Now, let's wrap up the show, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of chaos around the end. Did not expect it, but we got to where we got to. A lot of NFL predictions. It should be an interesting week. Not as controversial as like week one, where it's like a question mark. There's a lot of pretty straightforward games, but maybe some upsets there. We'll keep in tune for that. But appreciate everybody who tuned in for today's episode of the Open Field Podcast. Tune in tomorrow for our after reaction. So with that said, appreciate y'all. You have a good one. Take care and peace.